Marticus speaking. What the fucking hell is that? Well, I'm going to just play 2 live streams because this is what they're doing to me. I don't know what to do. So I'm going ahead. Fuck it all. Fuck them. I don't even understand it, guys. It's never happened before. It's gone to shit in a handbag. I've got 2 live streams going and I can't do anything about it. As soon as I delete the one, okay, they delete the both. So if you all go over to where it says in massive letters, live with StreamYard, I hope that's not going to stay there and ruin my pictures. And it says Marticus Von Bottomsqueak. That is me. Looks good. I'm there. Okay. Forget the other one. I don't even know what's going on. StreamYard have fucked it. I'm going to have to find a new streaming thing. Yeah. It's working, Ven, but not to my satisfaction. So hiya, hippie. So yeah, what is happening is when I generate a live stream on StreamYard, which is the software I use, it generates 2 shows. So there's 2 shows. So I delete the show I don't need because I don't know why you fucking did that, and it deletes them both. So I've got to have 2 live streams at the same time. So go to where all the crowd is, or just maybe go in both. But the other one, it's got a tiny little screen about this fucking big. So I don't know what's going on. So it all works good. What do you think, Manny? So a mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Degi? Okay. We're looking good on the Welsh check. Okay. Oh, all right, then I'm going to carry on. So for the umpteenth time today, or tonight, this is the real invasion of the body snatchers, okay? Even though it's spelt wrong in the fucking chat feed, and I didn't do that. It's so awful. Okay. So yeah, Marticus doesn't seem to know what he's doing, but he's going to show you hundreds and hundreds of images, is what he's going to do, of the glorious past. I just don't know where I am at the moment. I'm really sorry. Quite, there I am. So yeah, StreamYard have obviously touched this up. They've put this live with StreamYard thing I can't delete off the top. That wasn't there the last time. So I've been streaming for 3 minutes. There's 133 of you showed up. I'm sorry to piss you around. Let's give you all a few shouts. So it's all good now. Is it Viking? Fucking wankers. I'm going to do it. I'm going to just carry on regardless. What the fuck ever. I don't even care anymore. Fuck. Angela Baby Carson. Oh, thanks, sweetness. Please give my granddaughter Claire a shout. Big love, Claire. Angela Baby Carson's granddaughter. Don't look old enough to have granddaughters, Angela Baby Carson. Trust. Ooh, Titan, good to see you. Woohoo. Okay, Leaf Free, good to see you. Hippie Shakes in the house. Okay, we're getting it back to normal now. Sorry about the other thing. Fucking gangster. It's the only way to survive, bro, in this fucking place. Yeah, everything's gone to shit in a handbag. Now I'm going to talk to you about serious matters. Okay, guys, this is important and this is true. Okay, it's come to the stage in my life now, and I've been around for a long time. Okay, I've done a lot of stuff, but it's come to the stage now that I don't even like to go out anymore, and I'm a people person. What has changed is every single day is increasingly dire, and everything is in decay, and I can't handle the people. I'm sorry. I can't even have a conversation with a single human being unless I go on meetups with the truthers or I go to a convention. Yeah, it's the only time I'm going to have a normal fucking conversation with an actual human being outside of my son and a couple of friends on my phone. It's super duper isolated. You go to the shops, the store, and Well, what can I say, guys? Everyone is seriously unhealthy in Britain, and it's not just Britain, yeah, because the salad dodgers were in Spain too, and Italy, which I've been to both Spain and Italy this year. Although people are really, really, really lovely in both countries, they're still mind controlled as fuck. Okay, obey, oh fucking bay them. Okay, and they would turn on a sixpence just like everybody else. There's, except for the truth of community, yeah, you can't trust them as far as you can fucking throw them. Am I lying? And would you deny to my face, yeah, if you were sat here with me, yeah, that the world has gone beyond bizarre? The phenomena of what has happened to the people is mind fucking blowing to me, guys. I've been saying for years now, right? This is invasion of the body snatchers. And it didn't happen in 2020 with COVID or anything like that. I don't even think this happened because they were acting way weird before that. It's just been exemplified after that time. Okay, after 2020, after lockdown. They all went double fucking nuts. So we're going to reminisce now. I'm going to go back to maybe 30 years ago, okay, when my son was a little kid. Okay, we're going to go back to the 90s when Oasis and Blur were happening, yeah? We're going to go back when it was Tony Blair was Führer, okay? There was shit tons of work, loads of money around, and everything was irie in Britain at that stage under that Labour government. It was okay, guys. Things were building. After that, it all went to shit in a handbag. So in the 1990s, yeah, people still looked reasonably healthy. So something has happened since then. Now, could it be the advent of fast foods? Maybe. No, not really, because some people can just stuff their faces all day long, can't they? And nothing will happen to them. Now, have you noticed that they are all in the same gang? And they are all singing on the same hymn sheet. So it's fucking dinosaurs and globes. Okay, it's all like, we used to have hope and now we got woke. What happened to the world? It's gone shit back. And they all act like Stepford wives, yeah, or Stepford husbands, because they're all in this like really weird cult, glow cult. They're all in this cult together. And if you're outside of that cult, okay, you're not in it, yeah, they go all weird. Now, you know in the Matrix, don't you, when Neo is outside of the Matrix and he's walking through, but they could sense him. Oh, he's not one of us. And they're all looking at him and all that. And they'll turn on you, fucking for you. It is exactly that. I have to use all my Jedi abilities to try and cloak myself when I'm out, okay? Because I don't want them to see me, because just by my being here to them, I cause a massive offense. Yeah. How dare you be so fucking happy? Massive offense just by my being, and being a shiny lighthouse. Yeah. They can't stand it. And you can't hide your bullshit from Marticus either. Yeah. If you are up to anything, it's all going to come up, whether you like it or not. Okay, because that's going to happen when you're in my presence, is that your shit's going to come up, whether you want it or not. It's part of like a clearance or a cleansing, if you like. So what's changed? Well, the food has changed, hasn't it? It's all modified, every single last bit of it. And since I've come back from Spain, I haven't eaten a bit. Hiya, Sonia Testament. Truth of knowledge, I haven't eaten any fresh food since I've been back from Spain. The food that is in Lidl's, the fresh vegetables, are 2 years old. They're all years old. They've been chill kept just above freezing so they don't go to shit. And then they give them to you and they make out it's all fresh when none of it is. So I haven't eaten any fresh food since I come back from Spain. My body certainly knows about that. And I miss the orange juice as well, because you can't get real orange juice here, because we've got loads of bloody oranges, have we? Yes, thank you, Jackie Miller. The music. I played a 90s indie album earlier. yeah. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. All of the music was fucking brilliant in the 90s and before. Okay, before the 80s were wow, badass, yeah. And then the 2000s, yeah, and then it all went to shit in a handbag. There's like literally what you've got to listen to now, yeah. If you like Destiny's Child, no, I don't think it's them anymore. It's more Swifties, isn't it? Like Swifties. So that's what we got. Okay, now the music is gone to shit. That would include musical concerts. Yeah, they had sniffer dogs outside of Liam Gallagher back in concert. So you can't go to a concert and be a human being anymore because they don't do that anymore. Okay, you can't go on the beach and have a big rave anymore because they brought out legislation where you will be imprisoned if you enjoy yourself unsanctionedly. What else is there? Well, the music's gone to shit. Okay, the drugs. The drugs have gone to shit in a handbag. Yeah, you were guaranteed to get wankered, yeah, properly in the 1980s and 90s. After that, it went to shit in a handbag. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, glue sniffing might make a comeback. At least you're guaranteed to get shit faced. Anyway, dumb fucking clothes. Dumb clothes. Everybody in Spain, everybody in Italy, and according to all the auditing videos, that's every other country in Europe, including Germany and Holland, they're all wearing exactly the same fucking thing. They are wearing man shorts. They are wearing t-shirts with nothing on them. So there's no, I don't give a fuck, no Sid Vicious with a whopping great swastika on the front, but not for racism, because that's Sid Vicious. Yeah, bring back Sid Vicious. All is forgiven, is what I say. The world was a much better place with that much attitude in it. Okay. Another thing that's happened, yeah, is litter. Litter. You could walk through the streets of Cardiff and you wouldn't see any litter in the past. There was flowers every fucking way. Yeah. Now the flowers have gone and you got urban fucking graffiti. Now their idea, okay, of tarting up the future and making it look all better is maybe we should do more urban graffiti. It's colourful. How about no? How about fuck off and clean the place up and bloody whitewash it all or something. Make it look clean. And you shouldn't paint natural stone. Okay? Stone needs to breathe. Yeah? So don't paint natural stone on a building. Let the natural stone stand. It looks absolutely beautiful, especially when jet washed. So graffiti, fuck off. Litter, fuck off. What else is there? The cars. So when I was going to America, right, I was proper excited to see the American cars. I thought I was going to be fucking amazing. I'm going to see Trans Ams, I'm going to see Shelbys. And American cars coming out my fucking ear holes. It's what I thought I was going to, out my eyes. Yeah, I get to America, yeah, and they're all driving Japanese cars. Yeah, there's not an I've seen a couple of American cars. One of them, a lovely lady who gave me 2 knitted gonks, yeah, like little toys of octopuses. She brought them to one of my meetups in Texas, and she had a really beautiful green American car. Yeah, I felt mildly moist. It was beautiful. Yeah, I loved it. I wanted to lay on its bonnet. Yeah, but no. So all of the cars in the modern day all look exactly the same. So they got rid of all the colour. Okay, colour's gone. Monochrome world. They got rid of all of the colourful, jolly good cars. So you won't see like a magenta Cosworth in the modern day. Yeah, you're going to get silver or white. There's your choice. Silver or white. You may see the odd red car, but you're not going to see any. Oh, wow. There's a British racing green car there. Noticeable. Because it's a different colour from all the other fucking cars. So there's that. Cities. Cities. So I've seen a lot of cities. Now they are up and coming, all of them, aren't they? They started out little cities, and in the 50 years or 58 years that I've been here, they've managed to make them bigger cities, and they go up with these buildings. They go, up, 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 up. And do you know what they pull in these buildings? Admiral fucking insurance and other things that no one gives a fuck about. In these skyscrapers that are everywhere. So there's another thing that has arrived. This ugly as shit architecture. Okay. I don't know what the education system's like, but I hear that if you're like young or born after the year 2000, you end up in like college or something. I know a lot of them go into prostitution to actually pay for their college tuition. Very, very industrious of you, people that do that. But there's like a thing in school now where like it's just okay to be gay. Yeah. It wasn't in my day, guys. Yeah, we had a couple in the school. I'm sure there was a lot more than that. But they were usually, you know, well loved and fanny magnets. They also had loads of hag women around them. We noticed they smashed it on the women weirdly. So yeah. Anyway, so the whole world has gone to shit. I'm very unfavourable to a Marticus creature at the moment. We're definitely going to have to organise more meetups and stuff. I got a meet. They're starting to come in, meetups and that, but I want to organise a big meetup, right? I'll get the funds together to organise a big meetup so everyone can come and we can all talk stuff where without ridicule like you get in the public. Yeah, because honestly, guys, the stuff that I know, yeah, who am I going to talk to? It's like, hiya, how's it going today? Oh, it's okay. What are you two? So there's that. Yeah, I blow minds and smash paradigms. We need to build new Star Force or tart up the old. Remember when gay meant happy? It did, Ray. It did. And more than that, queer meant something different as well. It's like, oh, it's a bit queer, isn't it? Now it means something completely different. What? So Jackie Miller, damn AI. Yeah, it used to be, guys, right? The devil made me do it. And now it's AI made me do it. Things have changed. Our school district in 2018 was one child identified the opposite. Yeah, see, all of that, Lacey's going to have to go, love. Watch Edge of the Matrix. He put things in perspective for you. There's just men and women, and it's all weird, and it's fake indoctrination, and it's part of their agenda, and it has to go, yeah? They've taken us away from everything, guys. You know, even just coming home from, you know, our lives, our work, whatever, and spending time with our families like we used to do, talk. Yeah. Kids used to knock the door, for the kids to go out to play. They don't anymore. They don't. They fucking text. They fucking text every fucking thing. Nobody seems to talk. We used to learn by asking people stuff. Yeah. Like definitely traveling, British cities and abroad and stuff. We had to get places to stay. We had no AI, no internet, nothing like that, no Google Maps. So you used to have to use an actual map. And the rest of it was done by asking people with your mouth, excuse me, how do I do this? And then you get like, a bit of information and learning. Now, the new generation, they've got all of this absolute dog's bollocks and TikTok in their lives. And that's all they've got. Not privy to the same sort of information exchange that we had. Yeah, we learned so much. I think this I do. You know what enlightenment really is? Does enlightenment mean to me that you know the game and being streetwise and everything wise? That's true enlightenment. You could be the most enlightened monk in the fucking world until you walk down a dodgy street in Britain somewhere and something bad happens. Yeah, wouldn't be so fucking enlightened then, would you? See what I mean? All that turning the other cheek in forgiveness is bullshit, guys. I'm sorry. Who does that benefit? The other fucking guy. Doesn't it? No. No. It's fake psychology. How many fake psychological profiles or programs, like going down the Jungian road or the Freudian road, modern psychology, they're just nuts. That's what I think. I'm having a rant today. Hi, Ben. Bonjour. Bonjour, signor. Dogs are awesome. Love dogs, cats, animals are amazing. I do not envy the dog with bollocks shaped like my phone. What a strange statement. But I see what you mean. Yeah. It reminds me of that day when I was like in my classroom once, and I'm leaning like this, taking absolutely no notice of the teacher whatsoever. And he says to me, "Martin, pay attention." And I'm looking out the window, and it's deep with snow outside, and there's this dog, and he's got some sort of medical issue where his bollocks are like that. It's the biggest dog's bollocks I've ever seen until this day. So I say, "But sir, there's a dog with massive bollocks dragging in the snow." And with that, he runs to the window, and every single kid, there was 30 kids in the classroom at the time, everyone just dives to the window to see this pitiful dog dragging his terrible bollocks in the snow. Pitiful, they look really red raw as well. So it was that. Fond memory. Anyway. Dallas Fowler, what's that? My sons won't answer the phone call. See, I don't like answering the phone. I got phone phobia. As soon as it rings, my stomach turns over. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this now? Probably don't want to talk to anyone. No one referred themselves in the terms their sexuality until 1890, apparently. Well, it's their business, isn't it? Keep that in your house. You don't have to turn into a fucking cult and scream about it in the streets. Thank you very much. Fucking hell. We're not really bothered. You do you, boo. Like, literally. I'll tell you what you say, man. I finally learned how to fold a map when GPS come out. Listen, there is a technique to folding a map, Otto. You're quite right as well. You have to be a map folding expert. Otherwise, you can end up with a big bunch of fucking paper. You're quite right. So, yeah, Donald Trump says he's promised he's going to come and save Britain before it's too late. Well, hurry up, fucking Donald, is he? Fucking hell. He's going to sue the BBC, the Bumming Club. The BBC are gone, which is good because they're literally sending me letters, right, guys, to pay for a television license, and I haven't watched the telly for 25 fucking years. It's just nuts. They're doing that. So, yeah, the BBC will be gone, okay, because, like, Trump is going to rip them a new one. He's going to, like, because he's not first on them either. No one in Britain likes him. They can't even go to any, like, real news things where, like, the auditors are or something because they get beat up. They're like, "Oi, Jimmy Lover," which is basically what's going on. We're fucked in Britain. So there's this army that go around beating everyone up and hassling them, called the police. They're different. They're new. They're like, just like the Gestapo were in just prior to World War II. That's happening. Don't believe me? Watch British auditing videos. Not all of them are like it. So some of them are really lovely in the minds, but they gotta ask themselves is why are they giving up their lives to protect this system, which is obviously abusing its people and hates us. Donald Trump likes British people more than fucking Starmer likes people, British people. The government hates us. They hate the British people. They can't stand us. They want us all to just fuck off and die and replace this place with another population. I'm going to put this on the big TV. Much love. Okay, Angela, put it up on the big. Put me on the big screen, baby. I always knew I was going to be in lights. This must be the place. Okay, JT, let's just chill out, babies. Okay, let's just get chill. Police in America have, well, they used to be called the police service. Now they're the police force. Force sort of, just by its terminology, sort of sounds like it's forcing you to do something. Do you think it's unfolding as it should? Right. Now, what we're going to talk about in this as well, and I'm hoping you can help me with this, is I can't make my mind up because I'm not very good with decisions. But I'm thinking this is big question. Do we truly manifest our realities with our minds? Or is life scripted? You know, all the world's a stage. Then, therefore, it has to be scripted. By who? An encoder. A programmer. God. The man. Upstairs. So I was thinking this. I was thinking, there ain't no way in hell that I have manifested all of them lot that I see every day. I want to see beautiful people. I want to see buzzy, lovely people, like Glastonbury types. Yeah, when I go out. Yeah. And I don't. It's like everyone's like the Grim Reaper. It's zombie Armageddon on acid. Yeah. The vibration, the clothes, the every single thing. And most people in Britain, they can't even be bothered putting their clothes on. They'll just wear their sweaty old gym jams down to the herons. Or to go and get their scratch cards and their fax. Yeah. Oh, it's awful. Anyway. And my mind is unchanged, has no attributes. All phenomena is objective form, feeling perspective. Well, we are looking at things objectively at the moment. The objective reality is everyone has changed and gone really, really strange. I used to be weird. Now I'm not weird anymore. That scares me. Okay. I've become normal. I'm the new normal. No, I'm not. Okay, channel 333, welcome. Good to see you, man. And Vibes is in the house. Okay, I'm going to share a load of images and a narrative behind it. We got, if I don't, Sonia, if I don't get stuck into it, we're going to be here for the 10th of Never. Sorry about the cacophony of weirdness that happened just before my live stream. You're a new subscriber. You love my stuff. Oh, thank you, Harley. It's lovely. And Stu's in the house. So Stu, Ether. USA is greasy too. Listen, when I go to USA meets and I meet the truthers and stuff, yeah, it's exactly the same community as you get in Britain. It's exactly the same people. We're on about the same videos. We know the same stuff. We're on about the same stuff. And everybody else is like just mind control victims, like they are in every single fucking country. There's no one's outside of the indoctrination. You know, they think, you know, they're into space. Did you know, right? The dinosaurs got wiped out when a meteor hit the Earth. Okay. This is what we've got to deal with. Okay. Sorry, around. High vibes, man. High five, Bob. Listen, Bob, I seen a film last night, right? I don't want to talk about Hollywood because they're all dead and nobody gives a shit anymore. But I watched, it was a film with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And it was very amusing because Brad Pitt beats up Bruce Lee in the movie. Because Bruce Lee's acting all out and saying, you must be Wild Water. And then he says, I can beat up Cassius Clay. And Brad Pitt's like, I don't think you can beat up Cassius Clay. This is Muhammad Ali we're talking about. Yeah. Stings like a butterfly, stings like a bee. And he went, oh, yes, I can. He said, I can fight you. And he went, no, he couldn't. He beat him up. What was weird about that is, Brad Pitt remote viewed me about 2 years ago, and I beat up Bruce Lee in a dream. And both of them are in that film doing exactly the same scenario. I'm like, whoa, that's fucking spooky. Anyway, when your dreams end up a movie is what I'm saying is weird, or an aspect of my dreams, and now in a movie. So Mascot, good to see you. So, yeah, I don't know what the rest of the world is doing tonight on this Flaterday night on the 15th of November, 2025 or so, they say. But they're missing all the juice because we got loads to look at and laugh about tonight. We're going to have a giggle. Okay. And this is what I think's going on. For definite. This is not even a conspiracy. This is the reality. I think that everyone's gone replaced. Except for us. I might have been clones in America, but I fucking doubt it. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have. So I'm not saying they've all been clones or something weird at, but maybe they've been just like, because at first I thought, maybe, you know, maybe something that happened in 2020 just made them all gay or something. But I don't think it's that because it was there before. So what is it that makes the whole world so fucking sissy and a babo? What is it? God help this world if we have a war. I'm going to show you a picture of the British Army in a minute. Yeah, the worst you're going to get off the British Army in a war is they might come and cut your hair for you. We got some nice clothes for you. You might want to try on. That's what they're going to do. Okay, or brush your hair. That's the worst you're going to happen with the enemy, with the war, because it just don't happen anymore. So Annie, good to see you, sweetness. Rogue, good to see you, lovely. And Blessed Exile. Okay, let's share some images, get into some stuff. I don't know how many are watching. 400. Sorry about that earlier. That ain't me. If that happens every week, I seen it happen this week. Somebody else went live and 2 live streams come up. I need to delete it, and it didn't all come fucking disappear on him. So I don't even know what's going on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Fuck 'em. They wanted me to go away then, pack it in, didn't they? No. So this is what I get when I go out, okay? I get kicked out of most places. I don't even know why. I don't even have to talk. I just have to be. There I am. Oh, yeah, that's okay. I like that. You can see the chat and everything. Okay. So there he is, Donald Sutherland, okay, in the film, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The original black and white, I think, was quite good, a bit better. So this is what they do. They look at me and they go, flat earther, flat earther. But this is what I feel when I'm walking around, and I ain't even fucking joking, especially in the city, yeah, is like, I ain't one of them. They're all looking at me because I'm like, fucking not one of you. And they would probably not like me if I stopped and actually talked to them about things. I've tried to tell them the truth. So what happens when you sleep? Well, maybe everyone's been reprogrammed with fake memories as well, because they seem to forget that we're here to help one another, and there's only one of us here, and we're all supposed to be unconditional love beings and loving on one another. But I would say a good proportion of humanity has forgotten all about being kind. Have you noticed? They're all like, wah. And another aspect of humanity is they all got a big fucking chip on their shoulder this day. They think the world owes them a favor. They don't want to do fuck all. And they want to go, wah, wah, wah. I'm a victim. This has happened to me. That's happened to me, because they're unable to live in the present. Yeah. So they want to dead dog you and go on about the bullshit that's happened in their life. Like, because we all haven't had bullshit happen in our lives. Like, every single fucking one of us has had bullshit happen in our past. But that's not going to define you. Oh, yeah, this is my mantra. This is how I start my conversation. Hi, dude. Guess what? My fucking dog's dead, man. Oh, no. Fuck. Don't let them do it. They're vampires. All of them are vampires. They were sucked the here they are. So we noticed all of this in Rona, didn't we? And they all joined the same cult. Masked it up, and they all went weird, and they didn't like me. I had a couple of times, a couple of people come at me, but I came at them back. So that happened a couple of times, not too much over then couple of years. This will be increasing. Yeah, the clergy hanging around in playgrounds. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's got increasingly weird. How do you know it hasn't happened? In some form. They ain't the same. Guys, I'm struggling for people to talk to. Usually, in a crowd of 100, there would be one person who I would spot. And I'd be like, oh, you're like me. Let's have a chat. It's hardly happening. I can walk through my city centre and it's just all them. Every single fucking time. And Cardiff has turned into Pride Capital, you know, and the zebra crossings are covered with these rainbow colours, which I don't really like to cross them, because it's like being touched improperly crossing them crossings. I want a black and white fucking crossing. Give me a zebra crossing, man. So this is what we have in British streets. I don't know what America's like, but we got these, yeah. Poison dart frogs, the basket cases, yeah. So they're in British streets and they're going, wah, wah, me, yeah, I'm a person, I'm a wee, and they do it all day long, yeah. And they come at you like this. I've done it. I've done flat Earth activism, and they come up to me and they're going, it's a globe, fuck off with that. Don't say it again. It's flat. Don't say it again. Don't say it again. No. It's flat. Have you encountered this in your real life? I do every day. I literally hear basket cases. I see basket cases. And they come at me as well. But this invisibility cloak's going to have to just be thicker because I'm getting older. Can't really do all of that at my age. Scrapping, I mean. I don't think I'd take too many punches on you. So, yeah, they're in town all day long in city centres in Britain. Yeah, this is them. That's brilliant. This is what happens to you when you go in a zero vacuum, guys. Yeah, you've all seen Arnold Schwarzenegger on Mars. That's what happens to you. Ah, this is brilliant. Look at this. Never mind chest bursters in Alien. Look at this. Yeah, and you burst out and you're a new human being. Your old one, it's gone. Your old avatar's gone. That's what's happened to them all. And now they look like that. Exactly like that. Exactly like that. And he's like, don't fuck with my porn collection. Get off my porn collection. Ah, ah. Welcome to the world we live in. Let's look at the 1970s, shall we? When things were much, much nicer. We didn't have much money and we didn't have much to steal. We left our front doors open. Okay, and our gardens were beautiful. All the ladies were out in the streets or in the day, scrubbing the streets with disinfectants. We all smelled nice. It was all lovely and clean. And if anyone was struggling with any money or any food, like an old lady or something, or heat, everyone would help. They would literally take a Sunday dinner over or anything. And you've always seen this when I was a child. It's everyone helping one another. Yeah, right. Try and repeat that in the modern day. If you knock the door, you ain't even going to get an answer. Who's going to answer in the modern day? You don't know what you're going to get at the fucking door. I'm not even going to say. Okay. This program here, you can see, is tomorrow's world. So this is another aspect I want to talk about is the powers that should not be, television, mainstream media, books, all of that. They don't re-envision the future like they used to. They used to have visions of what the future was going to be, but it's so horribly dystopic right now that the vision of all of them lot, okay, growing up to be adults in the adult world, God help us all, and that's the world that we're leaving to them. Has anybody seen the Second World War guy that was 95 on the internet this week, breaking his heart, crying? Anyone seen that? He said that it's gone viral. He said that if he'd have known what he was fighting for in World War II, he wouldn't have fucking gone. None of them would have. All of them men's deaths meant nothing. Because Britain is what it is now. Communist dictatorship. And worse than communism. This is the Britain I love. Love thy neighbour. And remember I mentioned good drugs earlier. They used to have decor to go with it. So they used to have this really crazy fucking wallpaper. They used to move and stuff. Yeah? And they never used to put it on straight. It always go on wonky because I don't know what it was about the 1970s. No one could put wallpaper up. Maybe it was because it was all so trippy back in the day. But Love Thy Neighbour totally wouldn't be allowed in the modern day. But there was a lot of love in that program, and it was quite touching actually. And the black guy next door always won. Always got the better hand. Always had the best outcome of every single episode. And it was a lesson in how not to be a pillock. Yeah. In that world, which was really, really good, I think, anyway, because I really love black people. So this is Bernard Cribbins, yeah. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Joanna, what's her name? Out of Jenny Agutter. I know what you're thinking. I've seen Jenny Agutter naked, yeah. So anyway, we had a nice television in the past, okay. Although it was run by them, it was not like it is now. Okay, so we had Wolfie Smith Spammy Army. Here's Wolfie. So he was a revolutionary popular front in Tooting, had great success. He had 3 members in his cult. Yeah. Oh, Bonnie Langford. This is where we were. This is the peak of British Empire. Ginger woman doing the splits with, I can't remember his name, out of British television. American people, you're not going to know any of this. It's not even going to matter. Rent a Ghost. Coming home from school and watching Miss Mika. Can you remember that? Yeah. How? Yeah. I remember watching every single one of these. I would learn how to make elastic band guns and things that would explode, and things that were properly dangerous. And they would show you on children's television how to protect yourself. If things are not working out, yeah, you'll have your elastic band gun to flick him in the fucking face with. Yeah. Fred Dinage. Yeah. See, these, I know it was on BBC television, but I feel you can trust Dinage. Do you get that buzz? I do. Something special. And then this was like further back in time when families were infinitely stranger. But you can see the mind control has gone back way into the past. We had Rod Hull and Emu. He exchanged his baby for a fake puppet. No, that's not true. Simon Groom and Goldie. This is the world we want back. We want Fonzie. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Henry Winkler is a girl. Okay. That might be true because of the name Winkler. I can see what you're saying. And Henry Winkler was a bit little and he had a really high-pitched voice. That might have been the joke. Yeah. So the Fonz, yeah, you can go in, you can tap the jukebox and the right song will drop. And then a woman's over like this. He's a fanny magnet. Happy Days went to shit in a handbag, didn't he? In the end, it all went really, really, really stupid. And he ended up making Illuminati films, didn't he? Ralph Malph. This is the peak of British television. This is the world I want to go back to. And I'm going to cry. The young ones. Rick is still a virgin. Neil, orange peel. Yeah. Did you ever see the episode Oil? Yeah. Or I'm Bored. Have you ever seen Bored? Yeah. Have you ever seen University Challenge? Yeah. The record for putting marshmallows up one nostril. Do you know who holds that record? I do. But I'm not going to share it with you. So, yeah, here's Bob Hope, who smoked a lot of dope, coming home to see his mum and dad in Barry Island because he's from Wales. Bob Hope's one of our lot, although I don't really want to claim. This is a strange thing, this is. The Crankies. Van Debbie Dozy? I think not. So, yeah, Jimmy Cranky, yeah, and this double act in Variety British Television, or Variety. This lady is pretending to be a schoolboy, and she is actually married to him. What I'm wondering is when he gets home from work, does he ask his wife to keep the school uniform? There's something definitely dodgy about that, isn't there? You know, Black Beauty. Don't cry. You know, instantly I had like jelly and blancmange on my lap then, yeah, and I had corned beef and pickle sandwich, and I had all British old things that were really, really lovely that kept us all alive in the 1970s that are all gone. Yeah. John Noakes, famous for his oversized penis on television. Yeah. And I think she ended up with Fatboy Slim and ended up going off on one with the old marching powder. This is the world we want. Mork and Mindy. Yeah. Nano. Yeah. More Colin Orson. I have a really profound moral happening today, and I want to explain it to you. You can't have two women in this place. It's frowned upon, apparently. Oh, is that so, Mark? Yep, just the one. Otherwise, the other one gets jolly jealous. Oh, I see. So, yeah, he explains like moral dilemmas of this place. But I literally, as a kid, was really, I loved Mindy and Natalie Wood. Yeah, my favorite head fantasies. He fucking died. I didn't cry at all. But like Beckinsale died. But the beauty of Richard Beckinsale dying is he left us his daughter. And she is a girl, Kate. Now, this guy here, you may not know him. Okay. This is Rigsby, Leonard Rossiter, famous British actor. And he grew up 2 streets over from where I'm sitting now in Wheatley Road. which is 3 streets up from where I am now. This famous British actor was born. He was one of my lot, an Ely boy. Plenty of actors and famous people came out of where I live. Oh, fucking hell. Little and large. Help the British Art Foundation. We need more money. We're not getting anywhere. We've only been collecting for 50 years. I got chased once by the Ali Krishnas in Glastonbury. Literally went in the Ali Krishna tent, right, thinking they was all going to get I got a bowl of curry, innit? Fucking vegetarian curry, innit? That was the idea. But I had a pie, and I was eating a pie. And one of the Krishnas said to me, he said, what's that? I said, pie. He said, what, like a meat pie? I was like, well, fuck yeah. Yeah. And he went over and told one of his mates, and then they all like started ganging up on me. Yeah. And then they want to fight me. Hare Krishnas wanted a scrap. Yeah. So literally one of the funniest things my friend said that he ever seen was me running down the muddy path in Glastonbury with about 50 Hare Krishna sandal wearing Hare Krishnas chasing me. Well, that was their downfall, because you can't run for shit in flip flops. But they did catch me. Anyway, I was like, fucking Krishna. Anyway, I was one of these. And then after I finished with all of this, I started getting into like the Krishna stuff, you know, reading the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, getting on a God buzz. I used to love getting on the Krishna buzz. It was one of my favorites. Talking about Krishna battles, stuff like that. And we used to have the coalman. If you never had any money, it doesn't matter, because they leave you cold and they come and collect the money the next time around. They're not going to leave you cold. Don't even look at them. The Chucker brothers, that's bad for your soul. Something really bad could happen. Pigeons of Trafalgar Square. So they said there was too many pigeons in Trafalgar Square, so they ethnically cleansed a load of them, killed about 80% of the pigeons or something like that. Drastic. There's hardly any now. Years ago there was loads. And then we had Robin's Nest, Robin Nedwell. And then we had, I hit him with a mud bomb. It's one of my claim to fames. Ian Jury, yeah, with Ian Jury and the Blockheads, and I seen him with the music students twice. Fantastic talent. He had, he was a spastic because he had polio, or I think it was something to do with the polio thing that made him go all. I don't want to go into it anyway, but yeah, this is British telly at its best. Blue Peter. I learned everything I know in life about, from making advent calendars every year to anything to do with sticky back plastic. Literally, you can make a spaceship. I learned it all on Blue Peter. There you are. It was a much better world back then. I'm sure you agree. We had pants people. Yeah. This is, for a young British boy, we thanked our lucky stars for pants people. We did. We did. I like the Monkeys, though, did you? They were completely manufactured, didn't really exist, and they couldn't play for shit. He died recently, didn't he? Oh, which one was your favourite? Did you have a favourite monkey? I like this one. He's crazy, isn't he? Nesbit, is it? I can't remember his name. Anyway, here we come, walking down the street. And Wake Up, Sleepy Cheese. Do you know any of their other songs? No, you don't, do you? So this is British culture. Now, you can hang around outside the chip shop in the modern day because you would be identified as a crack dealer, or something bad will happen to you if you hang around outside the chip shop this day and age. In my youth, that was the main epicenter of culture. This is where you're going to meet your birds. This is where you're going to meet your mates. This is where everything is going to go down. It's down the fucking chippy. Yeah. You get your bag of scrubs free. Yeah. And we used to have, like, you know, fucking Space Invaders and everything in our chip shop. Yeah. And 50 people outside. And this is where the action went down. In our modern day, you can't do chip shop hanging around or you can't do anything anymore. This is what we want. Bodie and Doyle, the professionals, yeah? Jumping over fucking cars when they're moving. We don't want Nick Cotton taking our pension. There's my mother. My mother was beautiful. My mother was beautiful, but not blonde. And she would be out sweeping the street, and all of the other ladies would be sweeping their bit of the street, and then everything would be really, really nice. You can't do that in the modern day because the population of Britain in the modern day is not really doing that. They're not cleaning shit. They're just messing it all up. And while they mess it all up, the NHS crumbles. That was one of the only good things we had in Britain, though. That was the NHS, where you can get medical service for free. But that's gone. We had the army to protect us from, foreign invaders and enemies. That's gone. You had the police to protect you. If something bad happens, you could ring them up and they come in and help you. That's gone. The government, any trust whatsoever that anybody or any remnant hope that anybody ever had has completely evaporated, never ever to come back. On the buses, olive oil was fancied by no man ever. I don't know. She was nice enough. And it was only makeup anyway. I'm sure she was really lovely in real life. Oh, fucking hell. So the man are born. Oops, that's what we want. I got a splinter in my bum off a Polish dance floor doing oops upside your head. I think I told you that, though, one night. Oops upside your head. I said, oops upside your head. You feeling like melancholic now? Have I reached you? Dickie Davis. Yeah? So you do your pools coupons, and then you watch Dickie Davis, the wrestling on a Saturday afternoon, then the football results, see if you've won any money on the fucking pools. Always hope on the pools. Look at these fellas here. I didn't see it at the time. Farah Forsyth Majors. Look at that, Joe. It's like Roger fucking Ramjet. Was she a jet pilot? In the RAF? What? Look at her. I know. Now I'm looking. Yeah. Sabrina. Oh my God. Now I can see it. They look really, really, really duty, don't they? I'll be the same pet. If you Bottomsqueak, yes, it's the new posh word for fartkins. Okay, I don't even know how many are watching or how many feeds I got going on. Anyway, Benny Hill. See, this was permissible. Nobody would bat a fucking eyelid with a woman, an actual female, right, with suspenders on and knickers and stuff on British television, yeah, and you can guarantee that that was an actual woman. Now, if you've got an advert on or anything going on, yeah, on the internet, yeah, and it's like, Pathol fucking spray, yeah, and they go, what was that one? Shaka Khan, I'm every woman. And be like, no, you're not. You can just see. It's like, fucking hell, no, you're not. This is what we had. Flares and tank tops. This is the world we want back. Oh, I want back. Yeah. Good pop stars. Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix. David fucking Bowie. And then there were the goodies. Where would we be without the goodies? Ecky Thumb, yeah. And he turns on the BBC, this guy here, and they ousted him. He outed Jimmy Savile. He told everybody that, like, there's dodgy goings on with Jimmy Savile, and they just blanked it. And in the 60s, it was fashionable to be like a twig, like twiggy, skinny. Yeah, that's where it was at, looking slightly anorexic. It doesn't matter because she's eating like a pig. It's the black bombers that are keeping her slim. Okay. This is where the women were. It's all been sadly replaced. This is the fire brigade in the modern day. As you can see, it's taken a few changes. Happy days. Britain was absolutely fucking awesome. There are some aspects of it that are still awesome. It doesn't make me feel ecstatic or like this in any way. I'd like to. Did you have an action man with the eye? Excuse me, $6 Million Man. So basically, you press this button in the back, right, and he lifts a car engine. And yeah, you can peel the skin back on his arm. He's got mechanics inside, and you can look through the back. Dig this. You can look through the back of his head, and it gives you like $6 Million Man vision. It wasn't. It was absolutely shit. So yeah, I went to this really nice restaurant the other night, and wow, the waitress was wearing like flimsy nothing. It was awesome. See, that wouldn't even be permissible in the modern day. Yeah, Kylie Simon. I think she was an actual woman as well. Look. Rare as rocking or shit. Look at him as well, yeah? I think I've turned into Steptoe and said, yeah, you dirty, dirty old man, yeah? He used to be in the trenches of the First World War. Said he killed loads. Yeah, it's the Americans' version of the professionals. He's in a wheelchair at the moment, still got a smile on his face, yeah? Is David Soul. What was his favourite? What was that song? His Silver Lady. How crap was that? And a man who breaks windows, Paul Michael Glazier, and then he can fix them again. Yeah, look at that cardigan, just like my cardigan. Yeah, we had loads of cars with Starsky and Hutch stripes on them in Britain. In fact, I seen one last summer. We're going to talk about MASH. Yeah, suicide's painless, brings so many changes, like death being the biggest one. MASH was absolutely fantastic. Okay, Radar, Hot Lips Houlihan, and Winston, and all the rest. Yeah, I would like to do an episode just bigging up how fucking awesome MASH was. Yeah, and Margaret went a bit weird as well. And children's television. Now, Rod, Jane, and Freddie, I think there was something extra going on in Rainbow that they may not have told us about, especially with Bongo here, as you can see with David Cassidy. So if you were a girl in Britain in the 1970s, you were going to have David fucking Cassidy posters and David Bowie posters on your wall. Okay, I had a sister, so I know this is true. Yeah, David Cassidy, I think I love you. Fucking men can't stand David Cassidy. Okay, just get him up. Steptoe and Son were fucking brilliant. I remember that one with the. I remember that episode with the Greyhound. Tried to get him to go faster. Victoria Principle. Anyway, we could just go on about the 80s and the 90s for like literally ever, couldn't we? Yeah. Let's think about the food for a minute. Let's reminisce. Let's miss. In America, try our tasty Uranian burger. Well, I didn't even bungle vibes. I didn't even start having burgers until I was like 10. Wimpies. We used to have Wimpies. They turned up, and Bernie's Inn used to do a burger, but we used to have a Wimpy. And I realised at that time the burgers were me. I really, really, really love burgers. I thought they're fantastic, and I've loved them all the way up to the present day. I love a burger. Uranian burgers. Oh, fuck yeah. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Aha, aha. There's Donald. Thanks. He's going to save us. Yeah. He's got a hamhead. His name's Hamhead. Got 2 slices of ham on his head. It's more hamhead. Okay. Beans on toast. So we were piss poor in the 70s in Britain. Like, we had nothing. Anybody in Britain. We had every single year freezing cold winters where most of your life would be around keeping warm and eating. So Heinz tomato soup, we would all be dead without it. Don't deny it. Skinheads on the raft. Yeah. Bit of cheese on there, flap an egg on top. You're alive another day. You made it another day with fucking beans on toast. Arctic roll. You can still buy an Arctic roll in the modern day. This is British cuisine at its finest. Yeah. Mediocre vanilla ice cream with this dry stuff around it that's called sponge, which sticks in your throat. But it was a delicacy in Britain. Got replaced by Viennetta. Viennetta was far superior. Yeah. Jam roly-poly. And if it wasn't for custard as well, especially shark-infested custard, we would be dead in Britain. Nobody would survive the 70s without custard because it will taste any mundane crap that tastes of nothing. It's something. And you can make this. When Cheryl, when I first showed her a cooked breakfast, she's like, oh my fucking God. She's brought the camera out and started taking photographs and sending it to all the family saying, look at this shit they're eating in Britain for breakfast. Totally mind blown by it in American, yeah? This is what we have in Britain. See this stuff here? Bit of pig's blood. Congealed as well. Yeah, I love it. I had some yesterday. Yeah, don't tell Santos.
Sausages, bacon, beans, eggs, and a fried slice. All of it in one go. And I would eat that now if I could stand it. So Wimpy, there it was. It was like White Castle burgers. The bun was really soft. The burgers were freaking yummy. They had beautiful fries. And they'd done these milkshakes in Wimpy. They were real milk. Not like them ones you get in McDonald's in the modern day. And look at this, looking after people with all their sandwiches in the past, yeah? This is the way we want it back, yeah? And that's what you get. I don't blame that for obesity in like just being the whole reason is fast foods, okay? I think there's more going on, which is why the obesity has gone. Oh, that's Animita mascara. The obesity has gone through the roof, isn't it? So that is my favorite meal right there. Simple, nutritious, tasty, better with balsamic vinegar, egg, beans and chips. Egg, beans and chips. This is perfection. Just thank you, God, for egg, beans and chips. Thank you very much. So yeah, let's have a little wander on. Don't want to be ranting too much melancholy of how great it was back then and how shit it is now. Because I'm sure there are good aspects to modern society. Look at me on a train in the Czech Republic. See that there? The guard come in and said, oh, you may as well sit in first class. He said, there's a restaurant car, no one's there. It was like, yeah, all right. It's like, for like a quid. I think it was 13 quid or something to go on this train in first class. And this year was like, I don't even know, 10 kroner for Wiener chicken schnitzel and beer and shit. I was like, look at me, living the dream on a Czech train. And they come around and they make a fuss at you. They're not like they're going to kick your head in or anything, Buzz, you know, or they're going to drag you off to a gulag or make, you know, touch you in any improper way or anything like that, like you might get on a British train. Yeah. Advertising strange, isn't it? That's marketing at its finest, isn't it? This is weird. You know the Munchkins? They went on a tour of America. We represent the Lollipop Kids, the Lollipop Kids. We are little people of Munchkin land, and they were the Munchkins, and they went on tour, and they appeared the kids from they're little people, aren't they, from the Wizard of Oz? Because they represent the Lollipop Kids. Spam, right, used to be at the back of the cupboard. It was the last thing, yeah? So when you were starving and you run out of food, which happens quite often, still does really, that was at the back of the cupboard, spam. You brought that out if you really had to eat something, yeah? It was spam and mash and beans or something, yeah? It was, now, it's a fucking delicacy. Spam is a delicacy in Britain now. Spam and corned beef are posh people food. Back in the day, from up now, that's all you got. Beef lasagna by Colgate. What a pig. I can do that. Beef. Love beef as well. I know, the vagina or bread. Don't know what I was thinking. But I do know what I was thinking. Doesn't matter, does it? Life. It's so weird. Anyway, let's move on. So let's have a look at some images of the future. Okay, what they thought in the past the future might look like. Some of these are really, really groovy pictures. Now, imagine them mesas that you see in some of these pictures, and the buildings once looked like that, and then they got like literally melted into cliff faces, etc. But once they looked like cities like this, and then they all got spludged with stone all over them, and became mesas and hillsides and stuff like this over time, from a reset way back. Somebody asked me, why would they leave the evidence of a previous reset in the comments? They said to me, well, that is a good question, and it's this. It's because they don't have to hide shit. all they have to do is say, oh, do you know all that old stuff? Yeah, that happened ages ago. Oh, where's the people that made them? Oh, they disappeared. They disappeared. Yeah, they vanished. All ancient civilizations have vanished. All the people that built all that stuff, they're no longer here. No, everyone's gone. Okay. Okay. Just go with that then. So they just say that. Same as they do with our space weirdness, isn't it? Alpha Centauri is the closest star. Do you know how far that is? Do you know if the sun ceases to exist, you won't know about it for 8 minutes? Yeah. Because it's an eighth of a light year away. Did you know that? Yeah. Did you know? Did you know that when you look into the night sky, you're actually looking not millions, billions of years into the past? Depending on which way you're looking. Because if you look into the redshift, then we're looking into the future. So that's what they do, is they just add like distance of time, distance of these lights that are in the sky are infinitely far away. Big bollocks. I bet this is what Mount Shemichael actually looked like before it got slightly submerged, maybe. We just see the top bit. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Just teetering there. Well, I reckon they had floating cities. I've got evidence enough. And some of these pictures may show floating cities. But yeah, so they don't do this in the modern day, do they, guys? They don't tell you how the world is going to be. Like in this, right, you can obviously see an industrial revolution. Why the fuck didn't they have an industrial revolution before the industrial revolution is beyond me? Yeah, they show you in the Noah movie that the world was septic and toxic prior to Noah's flood because they'd had an industrial revolution. In the movie, the Hollywood movie, they show you that. You can see here the classical architecture of a hot country with steam-powered boats and an industrial revolution that hasn't really happened in that period, which it probably did. So yeah, I'm not really into Art Deco, colonial architecture, brutalization of. I like pretty aesthetics. This to me sings empire. This is control. This is big and nasty. I've been in buildings like this, and they make you nauseous and give you a nosebleed. They do. They do. So yeah, they're building up, and eventually they will put like domes over cities and build on top of them. We've all seen the way this is going to go. So this is the new thumbnail for my video, because I thought the last might have been giving me some trouble with trying to go live. So visions of the world and how it might be in the future. See, I think that Tartaria is coming, but first, this has happened. This has already happened. This is the fall of Tartaria, yeah, just crumbled. And that's the bombing campaigns of World War I and II and all of the other dodginesses go on. I'm going to show you one aspect of that following this segment of Kill Bell. Not Kill Bill, Kill Bell. So yeah, there it is. There's a dystopic future we're going to have. And we'll be living up there somewhere. I noticed they haven't got blooms. Blooms would be fantastic in them boulevards. But they did have vision of where it was going, as you can see. Higher and higher is where it was going. And it is going higher and higher. And the way it is going, this world, is, well, I don't really have to worry about it for that much longer, maybe a couple of decades, but I want to leave this place knowing it was not worse than when I fucking came here. And, you know, if we're going to entrust this world that, you know, was being trusted to us, to others with literally this mentality to everything of just evil as fuck. If you're going to build, that wouldn't be bad. You could, if you're going to build up because you got to, because of the massive population, which isn't happening because the population is drastically in decline, like drastically in decline. That is part of the problem. Part of why AI is just being pushed out so rapidly, and it's like a beta, isn't it? It just doesn't know its ass from its elbow. So I think because they've done that, it's because AI is replacing so much of the workplace, isn't it? You know, civil servants gone, teachers gone, doctors gone, all of that gone. because you can do it on a consultancy with a much more educated and probably more trustworthy AI doctor, which is what's happening. So all of them different, you know, all them different jobs are going to be gone because they're not there anymore, because the people are not there. This is why so many northern cities in Britain are all empty of people. This is why all of the shops are all boarded up, because the people are not there to shop in them. This is where we were before. Look, I love this vision of the old world. And just docking, getting out of your steampunk balloon, down into the dome. Oh man, it must feel absolutely fantastic, that world. See, that's okay. But to me, and them cars as well, slightly 1940s feel, nice and rounded, aerodynamic, but probably electric or something. Fuck it. No, petrol. Let's burn petrol. I love it. Chug, chug, chug. Maybe not. This one, this building, is a ship. You can see the bow and the stern. And it's just the shape of a ship. Incredible. So I'm not sure none of these designs, this one didn't actually happen, but you can see this is an arched skyscraper that was designed. And the futuristic cities of tomorrow. They have got the underground trains, but they haven't got the balloons. Look at that. So Dubai looks like that now, doesn't it? And this is from the 50s. Dubai looks exactly like that. But we've been there before, look. The ruination of our world. We get to a certain stage with the awakening and the reset, and then it gets reset, which we're going through at the moment. Right, let's have some look at some visions of what they said were going to happen in the past. I've got many of these, but I'll just give you some examples. So, calling, this is 1800s, another person using what they thought was a gramophone, but essentially it's a Skype. It's a Skype that they're thinking of in the 1800s. Okay, flights, 1999, this is what they're thinking. Everyone with a wingsuit jumping out of planes. There will be no escape in the future from telephones, this newspaper article stated. Like literally, Pasadena newspaper Max Sullivan nailed it. There's a Statue of Liberty up there. Look. The Palace of Industry. She's got 2 laurel leaves. Or he. So Lucifer would be a woman. Surely the devil would be a woman. So there's some Indias with their crashed UFO. So yeah, so I seen it on Joe Rogan, a little clip. It's just fucking stupid, isn't it? Atlas. Oh yeah, they're all banging on about like there's supposed to be this UFO that's on the way in space, and it's only them that got the pictures of it anyway. And maybe you should be concerned because they're coming to probe you. We did have these. This is a fact. And this one's for Strasbourg, electric sky trains. And we did have them, as you know from the video I've shown multiple times. Also going across large bodies of water. That would be absolutely fantastic. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Marianne. It was Marianne's Southern Star. You in the chat, Funky Prepper? What's going on, my brother? Yeah, it's got the shit in a handbag, Funky Prepper. I don't know what it's like where you are, but where I am, it's changed dramatically. In the last few months, it's unbelievable. I just don't even know. I'm like, I went to Spain to sniff it out to see if that's like a viable option. Fucking off. It is, but you got to have money to do it. But yeah, it is. No, not doing it. Fucking doing it. Fucking horrible. Oh, India joined the space program, look. Funky prepper, do 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 do, yeah, funky prepper.
There you are. You can record that. That'd be a new funky prepper tune. Look at this in Leomeister in the future. Leominster, which is a small town in Britain. They seen Tatarian balloons, sky trains, and this sort of wrought iron there that you would see with the Eiffel Tower. Now I mentioned earlier to you about, is our life scripted, or do we manifest our reality? Now, I've always been in the camp of I can affect reality, and can my mind manifest reality? Because things that I have, like, you know, dreamt about have come into reality, have been made real. So I'm like, shit, yeah, I can manifest. But all of that weird phenomena that's happening out there with all of the population all gone fucking batshit crazy, yeah, I didn't manifest that. I'm not having it. I would argue until I'm blue in the face, I did not manifest that. So I'm not manifesting. So is it scripted? Well, the Illuminati cards came out in the 1990s, right? Always bugged me, really, is how did they know about, like, all the stuff? Like, it wasn't really big in the 1990s, the flat earth movement. Ferreira was having a little bash in the 80s, but after that, it went quiet until 2014. And flat earthers, it says on that card, the flat earthers, they know something. Yeah. So the beauty of these cards is they give us clips of stuff that's actually really happened. There's a lot of bullshit involved, like weather satellites, although they have admitted weather manipulation. That's not even a conspiracy. Earthquake projector. I definitely think some earthquakes, if not all, are artificial. Earthquake machines. International Weather Organization, air magic, summoning up a storm, and that is what witches are able to do. So I think this is me, the internet worm. I think I'm on there. All data lost. It's lost. It's lost. Because I had that hairband, and it was from a camera that I was paranoid about that was behind me. And that week, somebody sent me the Illuminati card. I'd actually lost all my data and said it's lost. It's lost. I got upset about it. I notice, though, that a lot of the truthers have got their channels back. So David Icke, is he in the Illuminati cards? The Strangers. David Icke's got his channel back. Santos Bonacci got his channel back. Max Eagle got his channel back. And even smaller channels like my mate David Mannell, yeah, Trinity 4 Men, even he got his little channel back. And loads of other people. So all of the shit they said before and all the stuff, it doesn't matter anymore in the climate of, if you say a hurty word, you're going to get a knock at your door. But Americans own YouTube, so maybe it's that. It's not really clear. But I never got my channel back, by the way. That's still there, gone. Don't think I will either, for some reason. So yeah, shit and handbag. So yeah, a strange is on there. He's a bit strange. Hackers. And that's what drives me mad as well, is when people put fake people as heroes. It's like, yeah, all the heroes, the real heroes, they're running on fucking empty and really struggling, yeah. These fuckers, these entitled fucks, yeah, they got, like, they're in the club, they fucking just anything they do, they're looked after, and all they gotta do is just keep repeating bollocks for them over and fucking over, and then that's it. That's the game. Whatever. Are their souls intact? World War III, well, that hasn't happened, and it probably, looking at the armies of today, won't happen, because fucking hell, it's woeful. It's all like, ugh. So yeah, all of this calls out a lot of the stuff that's happened. Punk rockers are there. They turned out ending up like punk rockers have gone with the poison dart frog community. That's a bit disappointing. What else we got? The Church of Violentology and the Reformed Church of Satan. Isn't that the Catholic Church? What? John, I think it's safe to presume that a lot of religion is definitely they're telling you that they're worshipping the Messiah,
Yeah, but which god are they actually worshipping? Because the evidence that I've seen is they are definitely satanic devil worshippers. They probably, as soon as they get all of their cassocks off, they're probably all hail fucking Satan, not hail Jesus. The bells of Europe. So, what is this? StreamYard? I've changed the screen and messed it up. Like, I can't even got a big, massive live with StreamYard thing now to mess over my picture up and everything. So, yeah, the bells of Europe were removed. World War One, World War Two. They say that a lot of them were the armaments program. I don't think so. I think some of them had a language on them that I don't know what it is. It's not Latin. But there, they collected them all up, the soldiers, and some of these big efforts. How many churches would they have to empty all of them bells? How many churches? Hundreds of churches. And that's just in one location. So how did they do it? They bash a big hole in the size of the tower, and they remove the bell. So what was the matter with the bell? Was it out of tune? Did the bell tower need a refit? That's why you banged a big hole in the ancient tower, or the old tower. No, they had to go because of their tone. Their tone was part of the technology of the old world, and they had to go. All right, this is Latin. It says Floridia there. But you can see the pyramid with the eye and the plasma burst and the Cherubinuskis. Indeed, a Masonic symbol on there. And the crown top. You see this top here? It's like these bars coming in. This is some sort of chi accelerating technology because it's like a Vajra on the top. Over here, we got a fleur de lis and the year LT49. And Rex King who? Quite sure. So yeah, happy Flaterday to you. Sorry about the weird start to my vlog. What are you saying, Funky Prepper? All those sci-fi films that live in our heads, seeing it happen, bloody hell, God almighty, yeah. I watched Blurbs last night. That was good with Tom Hanks. And Corey Feldman is in it. Oh, poor Corey. Yeah, it was really good. They blamed, they accused like these weird neighbors of being serial killers and stuff, but it turns out they were anyway. So yeah, use the Remount Republic, collecting all the bells because we don't need them anymore. We're going to cart them all away. We're going to make tank shells with them, but there's no evidence that any of that actually happened. And then all of the bells were replaced for their specific tone. It was a war on Antiquitech. Look at that. And it's not only these sculptures as well, and these pipe things here, whatever they are. A lot of the technology of the old world got taken away. Taken away. Crazy, innit, guys? And first time I stumbled upon this and brought this to the world. Now millions know about it now. I can see little videos popping up about these all over the place of the bells. I don't actually go on TikTok still, and I won't be going on TikTok like ever. YouTube's done something weird and it's all changed, so you just got to go with it. I don't know what's happened with this. I might have to get some new stream software, although because I don't like what you StreamYard. I can send them an email playing what did they do to it. God, these are big bells. Well, not as big as that. Look at the size of that. How did they even found this or even get it up in whatever tower it was in the antique world, guys? So yeah, crush them all down, maybe. Melt them all down, reuse them for tanks, maybe. All of them, and under guard as well, so no one tampers with them or takes any. Sinister, isn't it? But it's proof. of an old world technology. Otherwise, why the hell? All right, do the math. How many bells in each church? Maybe, if you're lucky, a dozen, but mostly one or two. And they are literally hundreds. So these have come from hundreds and hundreds of churches, guys. Or all of the churches have been replaced. All of them. In Europe. The bells you hear today, they will not be the originals. They got collected up. And you can see the German army here posing with the bell, which gives me that idea that there's a lot more going on with the bells. Look at this. They're all giant bells as well. Huge. Where would they hang it? The size of these things. Oh yeah, they did a number on the old world, that's for sure. These are beautiful, of the French city of Amiens, which got pounded in World War One. But what a beautiful city! Late 1800 photographs. Can you see them? Yeah, this is the La Gare, which is the railway station. It's got a nice sort of dome on top of its clock tower. Yeah, this city is really beautiful. I want to see some of the architecture in this. Not too many people around. Look at that. Look at that. Fully Phoenician now. But what the hell is going on with that clock? Phew. Crazy, isn't it? Oh, there's a cafe there. I wonder what the food tasted like back in the 1800s. That was fantastic. This looks Chinese, or no, Moorish or something, this building. And I don't know what this is here, guys. Behind this post, I've seen loads of these in Europe. And also these in the corner here, which they don't light up or nothing. They're just some array or antenna of sorts. Not too many people on that street, except for 3 soldiers and an old gentleman. The building on the corner is being blown up, or is being destroyed in some way. Bombardment. Okay, and bombardment there. First World War. What is this? Could be siren. Could be siren. Look at this for old Phoenician decoration. Still enough buildings with this sort of decoration in Europe and in Britain. But look at that. That's the top of something, that is. That's a stumpy tower. Disproportionate, top heavy, no balance. There's more underneath. Unusual, isn't it? Credit du Nord. And we got a dentist over there. But yeah, look at a nice clock. And then that cathedral took some damage in one of the wars. I'm not sure which. Looks like there's some damage happening to it there. Look at that. Circus, a circular building, municipal circus. Returned Greco-Romano frontage. Whoa, what a fantastic little building. These are from postcards, by the way. Yeah, there it is. Wow, there's a lot going on with that, isn't there? Whew. And that tower there. Whew. Wonder if that's still there. Just move on. So yeah, what a pleasant old world, isn't it? Look at that, gardens everywhere. These bunko booths are bugging me. These kiosks everywhere. The railway station, repurposed, probably something else before. Nice big railway station. Oh, what tram have they got? Is it horse-drawn? Maybe electric tram? And there's inside the station. Hey, maybe I should take a look at France. It's not even far away, is it? Look at that. Wow. It's got one of the, or 2 spires missing from Amiens Cathedral. They look like little Dutch houses, don't they? It's in France. They're nice. Now we're going to have a trip because this is something for me. I'm going to share with you, but there are clues to our historical past. I'm going to share you pictures of old Cardiff, capital of Wales. There's a clue here, and I don't know what it is. This is the old library. Okay, I've taken photographs of it because it's got Phoenician on the top, and I literally spent so much time in here as a youth. Just have beautiful red leather reading tables, which I absolutely dug, and green leather as well. And yeah, the books in there were fantastic. So that's where I used to get my info before the internet. It's in this building. It's no longer a library. They made it a woke something. But you can see it's got mud flood windows. Yeah, I find this photograph of the building that apparently existed before it was there, which is a dilapidated building. So, doomph, doomph, same corner. Weird. And there's a large church here as well, which seems to have gone as well, which I don't know anything about. Bullion Fleet. So yeah, this whole area got a bomb in World War II and flattened it. This is a place called the Hayes in Cardiff, famous for its markets and Hayes Island, where you can get a nice cup of coffee and a nice cup of tea. It's been there like 100 years. These here are Victorian underground public toilets, but I think they've blocked them off in the modern day. I don't think you're allowed to go to them. Literally, absolutely amazing urinals with all like engravings with crowns and shit on them. Crazy. But the buildings in this street have taken some changes, like the Wellington pub. That's got all rainbows. This is the Tabernacle. It says on there it was built in 1834, rebuilt in 1895. They'll say that. All this been knocked down since. And this corner here, this was a crater in World War II because this entire block here was rebuilt after World War II, part of Howells, where the whole area got blown up by a bomb in World War II by the Luftwaffe, apparently. So when I grew up, yeah, this street used to be like just thriving. David Morgan's literally one of the best department stores in Wales. Fantastic, actually. I used to love going to David Morgan's. My mother worked in there. She knew David Morgan's, and she said he was a really lovely old gentleman with a bowler hat, you know, British gentleman, but really lovely to the staff. And it was just like, are you being served? You know, they used to have a haberdashery and this, that, and the other shops, and great Christmas bazaars they used to have. All gone. All gone. All of these blocks of these fine old Tatarian buildings, gone. Knocked them all down. All of that block there. See this? Yeah. That was there when I was 5 or 6. This is David Morgan's. That's still there. Across the road, 5 or 6, they knocked it all down. Absolutely bonkers. The changes I have seen in my life have been profound. So yeah, all of these buildings of old Cardiff. It's been around quite a long time as Cardiff, and it's made its money from the coal, the biggest coal port in the world, and Cardiff's Butte Town, which is very famous for its diversity, although I'm sure with most people in Britain or Cardiff would agree there is a point where all that gets ludicrous. This green area here is where the Millennium Stadium or the Principality Stadium, you may know that, where Oasis played last year, where home of rugby union, giant stadium right there. And this was before it existed. So many changes in my life. It's unbelievable. So all of this is gone now. These are all like bars, and there's where this church is here now, right? There's an old building. No, it's further up. This one here. I literally stayed in there. It's an Airbnb now. And we rented it once to stay in there for a couple of nights. Jesus Christ, there was a heavy metal fucking gig downstairs that lasted till 4 in the morning. Look at these little old Welsh cottages. Some of them are still around. There's a street full of these original Welsh cottages in Cardiff. It's absolutely fantastic. Just off of this, there's like a little lane off of Wammerby Street. The old streets of Cardiff. And this is in Little Island, Temperance Town, which has also been demolished. And the Irish people that lived here, there was a lot of Irish, still is. As you can see, the ginger hair, the Irish people of Little Island, which they demolished. They just fucking horrible, in there. Do you know what foods they will never mess with, guys? Onions. You know why? Because they like to make you cry. So if you've got a black eye or something, or one eye's closed, you know, use the old British, the people of Cardiff in the past, in their shawls, and the men in their top hats. The sweet people of this great city, which is a great city, it's beautiful, and the history is amazing. So we have many theatres, many famous bands played in Cardiff in the past. This is Queen Street, the Empire Theatre. God almighty, there's some famous bands played in there. They used to have these massive tea rooms like the Cardoma, where there'd be like 1,000 people, and you couldn't even see the fucking tables for the cigarette smoke. It was fantastic. Oh my God, the tea and the smell of the coffee and the cups. Oh, everything about that place was fantastic. We used to have this coffee place as well on the corner, and literally the smell of the coffee would just go down to Mary Street from them all. Coffees from all over the world that they had in there, from all the different ships that come in bringing different coffees. Oh God. So we've got 2 islands out in the Bristol Channel just off of Cardiff. And this is the steeper one, Steep Home. I've never been to either of them. Have ability to get to them, though, because my son has a boat. And this is Cardiff city centre when it was apparently built. But again, it's all in the mud. And the civic centre is already there. And then you just see the scaffolded out tower and dome. Same as every single building in Christendom that we ever see is that. It's like the building, it's already there. So Wales... Welcome to Wales, Utah, formerly coal bed, 1854. And we've got some amazing bridges in Wales. One of the first suspension bridges in the world that was built, apart from the Clifton Suspension Bridge, was the Menai Bridge, which is sure being built by 2 men. By 2 men. They built this on their own. Nah, they never. It was 4 men built it on their own. So yeah, that goes across the Menai Straits, which links Wales, mainland Wales, to the island of Anglesey, another place I've never been to. I should, from Wales. And we used to have the Lord Mayor's Parade every year, and we used to have these floats, and all the beautiful women used to work in the steelworks, waving at you, and just so much going on, like floats, and because the ships, there were hundreds of ships down the bay when I was a kid. Literally sitting on a seawall, me, my mother and my sister, waiting for my father's ship to come into the docks. Here he comes, and my stomach would be turning because I know it's like your man's home, so we're gonna have that smell, all of the smell of the expensive alcohol that they all were into, and the smell of the dollars that he was bringing home, which was always fantastic, especially in the 1970s, guys, because there wasn't much money around. So this in the modern day is a Witherspoons, because all theatres are now Witherspoons mostly, but this is a much more older building. You can see statues have been removed. In my childhood, it was a porn theatre. It was like, that poster would say the story of O in my youth. I'd be like, and there'd be all dirty old men like with raincoats hanging around outside like flasher types in the old days. So if you had to get past there to get to the bus station, so we'd have to go across the road, and my mother would just like grab our hands and just hurry past quick. But there was this door here, there was a kiosk. No, there it is. It's in the picture. And used to buy cigarettes there, and there was this lovely, I think she was like an Inuit or something, or maybe she was like Aboriginal, but she wasn't from here, and she was beautiful, and she loved us. and she ran the cigarette store. And this is inside you could go in this pub in the modern day, and these pillars are still there from when it was a theatre. Here's the Thespians of Cardiff, all being arty-farty. The Art Deco theatre that was the Prince of Wales. How very, very gay. And Barry Island used to be an island. Now, you may know Barry Island from the Gavin and Stacey monumental television series. Have you ever heard of it? No, didn't think you would have. So, yeah, we got this place where we go. This is our seaside resort, poor people in Cardiff to go to get bits of... Basically, when I used to go Barry Island as a kid, there was one instruction only. Keep your mouth shut so you don't swallow a turd, because there was open sewerage. Come straight out into Barry Island and all washed up in Wiggly Bay. It's lovely it was, swimming with the turds. But they linked it all up in the 1800s with the docks, Barry docks, which are quite big. And the second deepest docks in the world. The first ones are in South America, I think, Montevideo, or near Montevideo. Weird name, Montevideo, isn't it? It's like Montevideo. Montevideo. It's weird, isn't it? So this is inside Cardiff Royal Infirmary. I've been in there many, many times. We used to have our accident and emergency in there and triage. And you used to be able to go in there and be seen within the next hour. Now, oh well, they leave you in the passage for like a couple of months until you're like all cobwebby. And sorry, we forgot him. Oh, he's dead. Sorry. There's no use saying sorry to a dead person. So it was a plague hospital, and then they turned it into the drug rehab hospital in the 1980s and 90s for the ever-increasing amount of smackheads that were happening in Cardiff at that period, from hardly any, just a few, to thousands and thousands. And that flooded in probably around the year 1996 to year 2000. Britain got flooded with heroin and crack, and then they all went off it, and then a lot of them died actually. This is the rubbish tip in Maindy in Cardiff, and basically all of this is waste. So it's like a toxic dump in the past. They built a stadium on top of it. Now people run around and round. Toxic dump, Maindy dump. Before my time. This isn't before my time, and like the luster of buildings has vanished in photographs. Looking at this photograph, it's impressive how beautiful this area of Roath in Cardiff was on Newport Road, the Cardiff Royal Infirmary, which looks like Bristol Royal Infirmary. But look at the lampposts we had in Cardiff, and they had the tram, and they got rid of it in the 60s. All that ornate, every lamppost in the city had all that. Now, a la fucking minion. Why did they take them away and replace them with shitty aluminium, I wonder? They were fine, and they would have lasted hundreds of years, there's no doubt about it. And the world was safe then. Kids could run around, no worries whatsoever in that world. Not now. You hardly ever see kids playing out in the street in the modern day now. It's just not safe enough. It's just not safe enough anymore. The world's not trustworthy, and the world's not safe. Hi, Pamela. Pamela Swan, woohooing. And Jolly Man, hiya, brother. Okay, more juice, more juice. And India Wilson, love you. And Blessed Exile. Ooh. Okay, we're going to look at some pictures. This has been something that's always mentioned lately, isn't it? Wah, wah, wah. What's it say? Oh, it says Palestine. I thought it said something else. Okay, Palestine. It's been talked about quite a lot, hasn't it, in the recent years? Seems to be some sort of problems. Don't know. Don't actually care. I am inhuman, is what I am. So what you find is in 1856 to 1870, Jerusalem and the Holy Land don't seem to have an actual population. Okay, here's the city wall of Jerusalem. Somebody came along with a massive saw and sawed all of this out. Look, look at that. was carried out in the ancient world. Excuse me. Look at that. It's amazing, isn't it? And this is the last bit of the Wailing Wall. As you can see, it's look like, you know, it's not exactly nice, and they haven't got all nightclubs and stuff like they have in the modern day. But this is where people come up and they kiss and they stick a bit of paper in there, make a wish, and then a guy comes on later and he sweeps them all away. But it still gives you the impression that you had a wish in the Wailing Wall and it's all going to come true for you. In the past, one dude, two dudes, and a load of nuked up shit is what you get for the Wailing Wall. The streets of Jerusalem jam-packed with people, as you can see. Just vegetation, all overgrown on the streets of Jerusalem. There's just nobody about. Just one person there, and here is the city gates, or one of the gates into Jerusalem. Outside a load of what look like graves, two people sitting on one and a lady. Oh, it could be a bloke, can't tell because they wear dresses. And the windows blocked up, statues blocked up. Why would you have two of these over windows with nothing in them? Some sort of timepiece, maybe ancient. Who even knows? When did they start making clocks? Why didn't the ancients have clocks? When did clocks get invented exactly? I don't go with a time frame for their inventions of clocks. But how did we keep time in the past? Water clocks or sundials. Sundials prove the earth is flat. Okay, so the Garden of Gethsemane. So yeah, nice steel door and some Arab dude sitting there doing sweet fuck all. So yeah, this is the original opening, and then somebody came along later and bricked it all up and put that in there, and then a gate. So, and I think there was even a bigger entrance initially as well for when the giants were here. And the size of the stones. So yes, here it is. Table Mount, contested. The Christians or the Judeans, they love it, and the Arabs, they love it all too. And it's all important to both of them. But as you can see in the past, it's a load of old tatty ruins, and there doesn't seem to be any population in Jerusalem in the photographs in the 1800s at all, or in the 1860s. Oh, these ones are a little bit earlier. Like nobody home. There's another gate. I can't remember what that one's called. I think it's the Damascus Gate, because it goes to the road to Damascus. Vegetation all overgrown. Wonder why they got bars on windows. Security, maybe they're all thieving gets or something. Don't know. But there is an aerial. So there it is, the Wailing Wall. So yeah, they all go, it's weird, it is, right? They all go and they wobble their heads like this. And they have little black boxes which talk about like Armageddon inside their hats, like the end of the world and stuff. It's not true. People saying it's like all like, you know, satanic papers about 666 and all of that. I can't prove that's true. I don't think so either. But this is, they push bits of paper in and they whisper to the Wailing Wall. Have you ever seen behind the Wailing Wall? There's stones behind there, like literally hundreds of tons. Can't be moved by any human. But I think that the giants built the plateau, because it's a giant plateau. Ancient aliens will say, "Oh, it's an ancient landing platform for spaceships." What spaceships? Yes, Cosmic Command HQ. Is what they say for Jerusalem. But there's definitely something going on with the node, and they did put Table Mount on top of the node. So we got one guard at the gate and another one sitting there and another one sitting there. All of this strange strewn stone stuff in the floor. Strange. Look at this one. Wow, nice picture, but look at it's wrecked. We've got 4 people. One of them's in a pith helmet, 2 of them in a pith helmet, so they're European, and 2 Arabs. 1 door blocked up again. Oh, look at that. That's weird. That window there. And a ladder up until a broken window because they can't get up there. Why? going on? And up we go. Something's missing off the dome. Yeah, that looks ruined. Everything looks ruined. Obviously not populated. And they're doing work, which is exactly the same scenarios we find for all these pictures. Is there's skeleton crews and they're doing work on existing mud-flooded cities like this. Nobody's walked on there for time immemorial. There'd be litter. There'd be evidence of humans. Nobody's walked on it. Okay, I think this is the Garden of Gethsemane quarry, where there's some graves in the hillside of biblical people. It's Table Mount and the administrative, because it's quite big on top, and there's like an administrative centre, which I think that is. And again, absence of human population. I'm not seeing anybody in these pictures. Yes, he is. There's one dude there. Two dudes looking at the water. And little bits of antiquity there, and a blocked up pathway, tunnel to where? It's crazy. Right, what's this? Right, it's another one of the gates into Jerusalem. We got 2 lions opposing. Strange. Can't really, what symbol is that? What are these? Them. So weird. But you can see, look at that door, right, guys? And the mud is up here. You got to literally step down to get into that doorway. It's like literally after the mud flood and this ruin. This is a place. I rest my case. Look at that. Mud flood? Wow, that's crazy. Would you argue that there's mud covering these tunnels and all poured in here? Would you argue with that? Wow. Bonkers, you can't make it up. So that is Palestine, ruined and unpopulated in the late 1800s. Right, I'm going to come back for a minute. And find out what's going on. Have I still got 2 live streams going? There's 464 of you, I think, here. Have you seen this? Oh, yeah, they've changed it all. Look at this. Look at this shit. How weird is that? And then if I share, I'll be on this little side bit. The pictures will be... oh, yeah, they've got all sorts of weird stuff going on here now. And they put 2 streams out in one go as well, which is no good to anybody. So, high vibes. Tortoria, Missy. I'm watching you on both live streams. You are twice as good tonight. See what I mean? I got 2 fucking live streams up. That ain't good every week. Keep the main one and ditch the mobile version. I know, but I'm losing a load of views then. Okay, thank you, Hippie Shake, for helping support links to my channel. Wild Aussie Woman. Yeah. Yeah, I seen it happening with a couple of channels in the last week. I don't know what. I'm just going to go back to OBS, I think. Although that is a lot of pissing around with the volume and that. But honestly, I'm not doing this every week where I'm having 2 live streams and one of them's got a fucking stupid little camera. What are you doing, StreamYard? Stupid, breaking it. I actually pay StreamYard for these just to have 1080. If it's going to be doing stupid shit, I don't fucking want it anymore. Yeah. Oh my God. It's just, oh no. Oh, everyone's gone into the other chat. How many have I got in the other chat? I don't even know. Oh yeah. There I am. Stupid on one little camera. 131 in the other chat. So with that, there'd be like 600 of you watching. Or jump over to this one. Oh, it doesn't matter. So stupid. Thank you, Rusty. I had to come off the stream. It was a bit stally and crash browse. Oh, I don't know what's going on. You think, after all these years, they got the internet sorted by now, wouldn't you? Yeah, StreamYard. It's really weird. I don't know what to say about it, really. It's never happened before. And I've seen other people having this double stream problem. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway, whatever. Still here tonight. Oh, we got OnlyFans there. OnlyFans. Oh, no. It's only oneers. I thought it was more than just one person. Jump over to Martin's mainstream here. Thank you in India. This is my mainstream, isn't it? I don't know. Debbie, thank you for being here. Happy Flaterday. Right, we're going to look at Flaterday images of the day now and see what we got. It does look like OnlyFans. Slick Rick, greetings, which is basically where you buy your fans when you get hot in the summer, isn't it? So, thank you. Awake Siren, much love to you too. And Miss Red AK go. Yeah, see you next time. Got to run, literally. Gotta go. All right, then we'll boom shanker, and I'll see you later. Right, let's share some more stuff then, is it, guys? While I'm here, having a weird fucking episode with 2 bloody live streams going on. It's a riot. What's going on with that then? Right, let's have a look at some nice images, shall we? I don't know what this thing is, this other live stream with this skinny thing. And I've read all through and I can't find anything about it. I'll have to ask AI. It seems to know every fucking thing about technical stuff. I'll ask it later. I don't like to talk to it anyway. But, you know, you got to. Anyway. So, yeah. And this is from a German pamphlet. And it shows you some clergy. Although they got the Red Cross. It looks a bit like the British, but that's all German. Their boats got stuck on top of a what? Thank you, Rusty. Thank you for doing that, Hippie Shake. Totally fucking confusing 2 live streams. We're going to do if that happens every single bleeding time. Look at this for matrix moves, guys. Look at this. Are you seeing this? I don't actually think I'm sharing, am I? Well, I don't know what I'm looking at. Honest to God, guys, I've got 3 live streams up on here. What the fuck is going on? 2 of them for 2.5 minutes. If I delete them, will they disappear? All of my live streams. Wow, what a pain in the fucking ass that is. Let me show you what's going on here. This ain't good. Wow. Holy fucking shitskins. Okay, I'm definitely sharing now, even though. Look at this. Look at this. This is my channel. Right. Can you see that? So it's put it up 3 times. 2 2-minuters. What the fuck is that? And then this one, 95 waiting earlier. What am I supposed to do? And I just put 1 live. Oh, this is happening. Like, they've messed it up, but hopefully it's just a glitch and they put it right soon. Because that is a distinct pain in the ass. Anyway, matrix moves, guys. This is what I want to talk about, yeah? Being better than Bruce Lee. So if, by any chance, she throws the kettle at you when it's whistling, has a crazy moment, which could always be a reality, yeah? Like that, like Neo. You should practice, maybe. So in the old days, yeah, he's having a pipe. He's brought his own pipe. Isn't it interesting? He's got his own special pipe. Right, this is a pamphlet for, obviously, Giants from 1709, Thursday the 12th. And there's a young lady dressed like no one ever dresses in the real world, advertising this giant pamphlet. Shoot that poison arrow through her eyes. Shoot that poison arrow. Yeah, basket case. So this is Cheddar Coach in Bristol. If you go around the corner there, the Brunel's Clifton suspension bridges there. This is the Clifton Gorge. The story behind this is it was produced or dug out by two giants that were arguing and lived over either side. They had a bit of a stone fight as well. And there's evidence of giants' footprints, apparently, in the Clifton Gorge. Clifton Gorge. There's one of the giants there that they've commemorated him. The narrative of the Clifton Gorge being produced by giants. Have you seen this film, Lord of the Mings? Ming the Merciless? You know how I feel. Did you have the same? 2 live streams the other night? Stupid, isn't it? Look at this. Math attacks. Do you think he beat me up? He's too stoned to beat me up, guys. Math attacks. I could probably fight him. Listen. This is girly. Yeah, William Shatner. Even he said he'd do him. Girly Shatner, guys. Yeah. Wow. She's so beautiful. Literally. he'd do himself. A long time ago, in a takeaway, far, far away, was the Millennium Pepperami. Looks tasty. I'm fucking starving. I would have more than 2 olives, but it would spoil the aesthetics. I had a model Millennium Falcon. Brilliant. Little model Han Solo. Right, who remembers this? Quantum Leap. Fucking big clues in this. You had a little device connected to Ziggy who would tell me about how many permeations of, of the future, were playing out, which one he could jump to. Scott Beluga, whatever his name is, who eventually ended up on Star Trek Enterprise. No, Star Trek, I still like Star Trek, even being a flat earther. They stopped it, haven't they? It's gone, haven't they? It's all gone. Look, everything has. Even Disney's the worst at it. Marble Arch and Oxford Street in London in the good old days. Look at that, guys. Spotlessly fucking clean and very, very British. Marble Arch. Go down there, Speaker's Corner. No problemos. So, this was from the National Archive. Apparently, Queen of Thieves in the 1920s. Queen of Thieves. Don't think of women as being criminals. I don't. It's weird that. But they obviously are. And they're probably really dangerous as well, a lot of females. But again, I don't think like that. This is in Melbourne in the past. And it is a beautiful building in the mud. Full of aerials and the old ladder lean. Melbourne. I think it was an arts college. Domed glass top as well. Loads of weird wires going on there. So yeah, make sure to share one of these videos out. And support my channel in any which way you can. This could be true, I had a terrible time with my wisdom teeth, and they grew inwardly and they squashed all my teeth up together, and my teeth went ping, 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 and all came out, which is why I had to have fucking denture work. And I think there's something in this. The removal of wisdom teeth is a 3 billion annual industry in the US alone, with 10 million wisdom teeth being removed every year. However, according to the Meridian Tooth Chart, the wisdom teeth are energetically connected to the heart and the pineal gland, hence the term wisdom teeth. Removing them may disrupt this connection. I think that's fucking true. And I think that's another thing they've been doing to us. That's why they're removing the wisdom teeth. It's part of this dumbing us down, isn't it? Squash that in, reduce the oxygen to the brain, and then, all of it they do since we're born. It's really not good. This is in Paris. You can see a Faches pillar with 2 ramming ships on it. But this, I don't know what it is. Just one lonely wheelbarrow, nobody around. Something going on in there. I wonder what it is. I think it's air ducting for underground stuff. They're all underground. Look at the engineering. on exhibit in the Great Exposition. So it's this steel thing with ever decreasing rings and these that I can't find out what exactly it is, but it's an electrical something, and it really is nesting technology that we don't use in the modern day. Van de Graaff generators. And these are definitely, you ever seen a Frankenstein film with the sparks going between these two? It's all electrical stuff in the past. So yeah, this week I've been talking about the beautiful creativity. How is it even possible of the past? How was it even done? Any of it? That's quite haunting. And are we deceased? Are we in the afterlife? Which is, they call it the afterlife because it's a life. We're alive. We consider ourselves to be living beings. Well, they tell you that, the afterlife. We're in the afterlife. It makes perfect sense to me, guys. And all of this weirdness is going on with everyone. How quick has that happened? I don't even... Just in every single day I go out, it gets weirder. And I'm not even making it up. It's just, it got to the point now that I don't even want to go to the local store because I don't want to set eyes on them. Because it makes me feel all icky. Just looking at their asses. It's fucking horrible. Horrible. Anyway. So yeah, turn to stone when you're coming home. That's what the Medusa is. Maybe that's what happens with the statues. The Medusa technology, just turning real human beings into stone. I wonder what the music sounded like in the past. He's got like a strange violin here. What do you think? Right, I'm gonna stop that for a second. There is a reason. Okay, stop press. Right, I'm coming back now, guys. Just need to bring something up on the computer to play while I leave camera for a minute. Okay. Knowing me, knowing you. Okay, so I want to share screen. And just watch this for a minute, 1 minute, because I'm going to need to leave the room. There we are. 2 seconds. Knowing me, knowing you. Antiquities. Active. Shaken, not stirred. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, if I do delete the other video, then I'm going to lose the AdSense, and I'll lose the views. So I'm just going to have to keep it up with that stupid screen on there. I don't know what to do about this issue. I'm going to have to start getting you. Maybe somebody can advise me in comments. Another software for streaming. What's that, Hugh? Lovely boy. All 3 Martins look the same, sounds alike, sound the same. So have I got 3 fucking things up? Don't tell me that. Oh, fucking hell. Excuse my French. What a bleeding performance. StreamYard, you fucking sacked. Wow. Yeah, support my channel. Please. I don't know what to I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how to fix it. Sad enough as it is. Fucking hell. All that bloody performance now as well. Anyway, back to my images of the day. So yeah, music. What was it like in the past, guys? I wonder. Now the images are not showing up on my other feed, are they? I'm going to come back and get rid of that hue image. Taking all the picture away. Yeah, they literally fucking killed StreamYard. I don't know what to do anymore. Wow. Excuse my language. Try not to swear. It's just StreamYard's been a slunt. Want for a better word. Okay, back to my images of the day. So yeah, violins. I wonder what their music did sound like, because this one's like a really big violin, like a bass violin, and I wonder if they played them like like Jimi Hendrix style. I wonder if anyone was really talented back in the day. Who even knows? This is a nice flat earthy pic. So there's the realm we live on. See, all castles and mud hill things, and then there's fire. And then there's the firmament with all of the sun and the moon in, and the stars are above there. And above the water, which is above us, the water, is the kingdom of heaven, or God, or where other people are living. So apparently, up there, above the water, which is above the firmament, there are others. That could be a reality, because all ancient pictures are telling us that there's heavenly hosts up there. And everyone always points to God up there. Here's Hermes trying his luck. It's like, oh, look at you, you lovely. Use a mirror. Oh, yeah, beautiful you are. She got masks for the masquerade ball. Not good, not a good sign. So let's have a look what this year is. It's a nice Masonic symbol. September the 18th, AL, the year 5872 to them. That's like the Jewish calendar, but it's in AD 1872. We're 6,000-year-old, guys. So they buried a lot of the dead like this in coffins underground, apparently. Not too many. And they just pushed them into a catacomb under churches. So some of them are there, but there'll only be dozens, not trillions. They're missing. They're gone. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed by Niche, who was a very prominent Freemason, but come up with some shit. Another one of those. God, if you listen to all of them, though, it's just like you're not going to be able to think for yourself. I think my ideas, my hypothesis, and my thinking, I think it's as valid as any of theirs. That's what I think. Nice clocks, Emily. 1700s or wherever they were from, the old world. Can't be too much left of the old world. It's getting increasingly rare. This is why I think these were humans. It's things like that, these statues. It's like, how would you even chisel that? Craziness. I went years ago. Literally 45 years ago now, when I was a young man, with an American lady. I took her to Devil's Bridge. And this is the original medieval bridge. And then on top of that, the mud came. And then they built a turnpike 1800s bridge. And now the motorway bridge of the modern day. 3 ages of bridge making in one gorge. So these are meant to be French, and they're apparently 19th century, and they're tartan. The Frenchies were into tartan. So I reckon, old French fashion, they were a bit punk rock, or maybe a bit new romantic. Yeah, I can imagine the French being a bit like Flock of Seagulls, only without talent. That's nice. I'd really love that. I wouldn't use it as an ashtray. Put dry roasted peanuts in there, but yeah, I'd love that. It's a uranium glass as well, so it's got properties. So yeah, the gutters of the old world were absolutely brilliant, as well as the downpipes and the swan necks, and any of the drainage tools of the old days were fantastic. In the modern day, you're going to get hammer-righted pipe with nothing on it. Why? another reason. All of these all over just buildings. In the modern day, you're never going to see anything nice like that. So this was the Inquisition's executioner's costume. He wore this and he's chopped their heads off with the axe. I'm guessing they washed the axe. He apparently, in his time, in his life, in his career, executed 530 people by chopping their heads off by the bequest of the church. I'm guessing they had trouble converting them. Would you wear that just for a feel what it felt like? Would you? It's like, you know, would you wear Fred West's jumper? Huh? No, you wouldn't. It'd be trippy though. I reckon it'd be trippy if you dressed up in it. I reckon you'd be like, just go all crazy and start axing everyone up, like with the possessed. You get possessed by that cloak, the red cloak. Here's one of the old cameras that they were using. Some of these photos we see, they're beautiful cameras back in the day. The original Kodak 35mm camera. Beautiful photographs and clarity. Here's, oh, think how Elon wants to block out the sun. He wants to go to the moon and he wants to block out the sun, he just said. Okay. Think how. Here are some petrol pumps, the shape of UFOs in Russia. In what looks like the 1980s. Trippy, innit? Okay. So this is what we used to do fishing back in the day. So we didn't have fishing rods. You just get a little line, dunk it in the dock, and get your mates to hang on to your legs, and then you can get you got some bait, and you got a little gun there as well. Oh, proper boy stuff, yeah. You'll see this in the modern day. You'll never see anything like this in the modern day. People don't know how to do anything. These are iron lungs. They must have earned a fortune. So what are these people doing in these iron lungs? Well, these people apparently have polio. Until they brought out the sugar lump that I was forced to eat in school, apparently people were coming down with it, like Ian Dury, for example. So they put them in these iron lungs. Also for tuberculosis and other diseases. Apparently there's a lot of them. I bet they cost a few quid. I bet that was a good little cash cow for the Socialist Republic of the NHS Bala. You own your own home with a swimming pool and the woman included for $9,800. West Indian School Road, Maryville. It's nice, isn't it? 10 grand, your own home and your own pool. You can't buy shit in Britain. You've got no chance of buying a Texas Inspiration. You've got no chance of buying a house in Britain because it's like $1 million. So it'd be lovely to own your own anything. Yeah, Texas built this. Basically, what happened was an entrepreneur, I'm guessing it's the guy with the hat, maybe him, decided on a section of Route 66, yeah, to put a load of cars like this in pits in a line. They're not there in the modern day as road decoration, I guess. Strange thing to do. So the Russians are building cars. They built millions and millions of ladders. And if you know anything about motor cars, you'll know that ladder, easy to fix, but not very reliable and slow, really slow. Yeah. Right. These ladies have done something wrong and they're being punished. She doesn't look like she's into it very much. She looks like she don't mind too much. Some people actually pay for this sort of thing, and she's not bothered too much either. So they're in the stocks. They're going to get tomatoes and cabbages thrown at them later. What did they do wrong is what I want to know. Pretty bad, isn't it? There's the milkman in the old days. He doesn't want to bug his horse. He's like, don't worry, horse. You just follow me, mate, because they're like mates. I'm going on my go-kart to deliver milk today. Brilliant. So yeah, these are graves in an old graveyard in Scotland. I think these were near St Andrews, I think it was. And you can see somebody stated that these were from the 1700s, but you can see skull and crossbones, hourglass, wings open, hourglass, Well, Phoenician coding. Death, death, fairy death. So that'd be me in the past. Me and my sister sat down on the seawall, my mother, waiting for the old man's ship to come in. Obviously, it wasn't a tall ship, it was a large cargo ship. All excited, knowing we're going to be living like kings and queens. So this is a lady that's had a photograph taken. She's going to be put into Auschwitz concentration camp. Am I allowed to actually say them words? Let me have a look. So they shaved their hair off because of lice, apparently, and stuff. And they put her in a polka dot dress, and they don't look too smelly. In fact, I'd go as far as to say she's reasonably well turned out, wouldn't you? Listen, don't get me wrong. My father was in Auschwitz for 3 years. 3 years. He froze his ass off in that guard tower for 3 years. So there's that. Who remembers hopscotch? I played hours and hours of hopscotch. I was a bit of an hopscotch expert, but hopscotch does not go to 12. These kids are playing hopscotch 12. They must be cleverer. But yeah, you throw a stone and then you hopscotch. Do you know how to play hopscotch? Don't worry, it was brilliant. Build a house on the reeds, and then when the rains come, you'll be floating in your house. It'll be lovely. Look at this man. He's just got home from work. He's got a nice ice cold beer. He's got some real bread, and his wife's made. He's got a sausage, and his wife's made some proper homemade Irish stew or something like that. Ah, see, it's the simple things in life, like having a bit of food. So this was rationing. So after World War II, yeah, Britain had to go on for another 9 years. Not Germany, though. No, theirs ended long time before ours, rationing. So there was a whole generation that grew up who were only used to having X amount of food. Now, my mother said she never seen an orange or a banana until the late 1950s. No, nobody was having nice, fresh anything. What you had was until like literally 9 years after the war, 1954, sugar, margarine, tea, cooking fat, shortages, the old scarcity. Yeah. When they had it, they just fucking sacked bastard Europe. They had it. But the people of Britain, you, like always, can fuck off. So annoying. The people of Tokyo must have had a cunt of a time. This is a modern photograph. I'm guessing that old lady was in the bombing of Tokyo. I bet she'd seen some things. Wow. The Japanese are really cool. I'd like to go to Japan, actually. Yeah, they're all right, aren't they? Quite Japanese, pro-Japanese. Who remembers Panda Pops? Did you have these as a kid? Do you know how hard it is to smash a Panda Pop bottle over someone's head? Yeah, it's harder than you might imagine. But they do go eventually. Yeah, you can throw these at a wall and they will not smash. They were absolutely amazing glass in a Panda Pop. Inside it was nuclear waste, basically. It was great, it was. Look at this spoiled get. I'd make him walk. I don't want to walk today, Papa. Oh, I'm afraid you have to. But it's cold and my legs, they won't work. Oh, we'll take you out on our special bed then. All right, in his defense, he might have some illness or something, but I doubt it. Looks like a slacker. They're doing this on the streets of Manchester at the moment. She's pretty. Corn on the cob with butter and pepper. Nice, but not really. You can't digest sweet corn. It always comes up in your poo. So if you're not extracting sweet corn goodness, how is it helping you in any way? There's no point eating it. Here's the Welsh valleys, and here's the postman. Used to come up on a Pony Express. Hello! And they used to name the postman, like your name would be like Jones the Post, if your name's Jones. His name's Jones. Oh, here's Jones the Post. He's coming up the hill with my birthday cards. With my lottery winnings. No, we didn't have the lottery. That shit out of nowhere in the 90s. Everyone jumped on it. It was brilliant. Look at the women in the old days. It's like the men been working out, getting all their hay in. They've done a lovely job. Fucking fantastic day's work, man's work, sweating, shirt off, feeling fab in the sun. And then the lady makes burgers, beans, and whatever. I don't even know what this is, but I tell you what, it's making me mighty hungry, and I know that tastes fantastic. That and some real cider. And then home on the back of the car with a twig of hay in your mouth. Ooh, with some big. This is a really good fantasy. You with me? I was going to get to the big buxom woman. That is, she's got big. Don't worry about it. RoboCop. That's the future I want. Is RoboCop. I do. I want RoboCop. And I want to make a point here about androids and robots. They always show you robots human size. Yeah. Fuck that. If you're going to build a robot, why make it small? Make it big. Like really big. Yeah. That's what I would do. I would invent armies of massive, giant robots. Won't have any troubles then, would we? And Britain will be back Britain again. Right, use some of the RAF. Now, they had a bit of a bad reputation, the RAF, in the World War II. I'm not sure if it was actually true, what the fun they used to have with the airmen. But she's like, oh, have a look at my tattoo. She had a butterfly, a Montauk, all the way on the top of her leg there, which is quite risque for the 1940s. But everyone thought they was going to die. So they were all at it. They were all banging away like you wouldn't believe, because they were all going to die the next day. Chief Sitting Bull, he's like, you dumb. You think I have horse? No, we have he big leather seat, he big 6-cylinder engine. So there you go. This would not be allowed in the modern day. Can you imagine the knife sharpener? Where you going? I'm just going to get my knife sharpened. 50 armed police shooting you like Bonnie and Clyde. I was only going to get my knife fucking sharpened. In the past, there wouldn't be an issue. In the modern day, you're going to be shot dead. I'm not even joking. When I was in Texas, yeah, I literally had my big knife there on my belt here, walking through the streets in Houston. I had a policeman, yeah, tip his hat to me. It's like, hey, nice knife. I was like, this is surely the greatest country in the world. I had like a holy moment. Please like my knife. Get to Britain and try that. See what happens. You'd be dead by the end of the day. There'd be. This is brilliant. I'd love to do this. This is a public library. Yeah, 80,000 books. She did it. Yeah, look at her glasses. How bad her eyesight is. It. She went like, oh, I don't know if I got that book lent on it, and the whole fucking lot went. If that happened in B&Q, it would be more fun, especially full of paint and flammable stuff as well. A 250,000 Waltberg. Now, my sister and her boyfriend once bought a Waltberg. Funny it was. It broke down in the middle of the countryside. We had to push it back 8 miles. Anyway, it was like the anthill mob. There was holes in the floor that you could stick your feet out and you could run like that. And you could push the car along, just like the anthill mob. That was the Waltberg. Why can't the Russians build anything? Same reason they can't win a war? Right. How many of you viewers now, I'm guessing there's a couple of hundreds of you there, a few hundred of you, can remember this episode of MASH when the Colonel was leaving and had to say goodbye to his horse? Does anyone of you remember that? Yeah. I was heartbroken. I cried like a baby. Yeah, sobbing. And when the Colonel went away on his horse, and Hawkeye and all of them are crying. Yeah, even Klingon. Yeah, in his dress, Klinger in his dress. Yeah, was crying. I cried. That was my saddest MASH moment that I ever had. Was when the Colonel left, when he said to his horse. So he loves his horse more than anything. He must be so heartbroken. Fuck people. Horses and dogs and cats, yeah? They're where it's at. Oh, yeah, what's happened here? Let's have a look. I think it's a bit of a bombardment or something going on there. 1950s. If I was asked to guess, I'd say that was the uprising in Prague. Might be wrong. So there's the men's wards in Cardiff Royal Infirmary. TB, they sent them out to Flaterday then in the Bristol Channel to what they called consumption, and they put them out to convalesce in fresh air. So they say that was a reality. Right, Bacchus turns up out of the floodwaters. You can see the world is flooded. He's got a horn on his head, and he's riding a thing. But he's got that red coat on anyway, you know, like the executioner had. So Bacchus, yeah, Bacchus arrived from the floodwaters, and he discovered grapes first thing, and they were minging, and they were like, he's like, wow, let's eat them. And he was like, wow, pissed. And discovered wine. Check this out. Mercury is smoking. Oh, he's blowing a pipe. All right, he's not smoking a pipe. He's blowing a pipe. And he has a strange steak with 3 dragons, like a kebab. A kebab of that guy and his cock. His cock there. And he's holding his, I don't know. Let me have a look at his head. Artius has loads and loads of eyeballs on his head. That wouldn't be all that bad. I can see actual like benefits with having loads of eyeballs on your head, as long as you haven't got loads of hair, because your hair be getting in your eyes all the time. Check Apollo, the Greek god. He's not what you think, is he? He's got like a strange helmet on, bow and arrow. He's got his harp, and he's stepping on a load of lions. He's got his mate dragon, who he's shot through the neck. God, so much violence. So yeah, Mercury, Apollo's not what you think either, is he? It's a ginger. These skin tight trousers they wore in the old days were a bit off, weren't they? Oh, okay, now. They're like them yoga pants they wear in the modern day. Really horrible they are. Cornish pasty maker. Is this one of our favourite gods? Krishna. I had a vision in my head, probably 40 years ago, more, of Krishna. But I also had a vision of Baphomet as well. So there's that. It's like, where the fuck did that come from? So there's Jesus. He's up in that place in the sky above the water. He's got his gang of angels. So they're all nice and stuff, apparently. And when you pop off, you go up the ladder. That's not. This is Jacob. He's like, any chance I can get in, Lord? It's like, yeah, well, you need to behave a lot better. So here are the blue people of the Bhagavad Gita, and they are blue because they live underground, maybe, or they're from a paper canopy period, but they are wrapped in serpents. And these are half serpents, these ladies. Oh. Mermaids. Yeah. Check this out. This is crazy. Mercury again, right, guys? So we've all seen images of Mercury with his wing boots on his ankles and his little red slip. Again with a red slip. Phoenician breastplate. Same as Alexander the Great on Mercury's painting. And Caduceus, like you know, is for the NHS, something to do with health. But I think it's a weapon. Yeah, strange. And I reckon they even know what he looks like. Like this, right? These are 2 gods on here. Breasts of gods. And Diana and Hercules. I'm wondering how they know what their face is. This is just a stab in the dark. We're just having a guess. We're just imagining what their faces are like. This makes no sense to me. It's like they know. I don't know what this number game is here. And these are alchemical symbols. Part of an alchemical recipe. Ooh. Quick jump, I'll catch you. I hear you do parkour. It'll be fine. Oh shit, sorry, I missed. Not even Neo done the building jump the first time, guys. Not even Neo. So we live there, Terra. Okay, there's the flat Earth, and then there's air and the water all about us, and Ignis. Firma Memento. Right, I've got to shut my tongue. Cozy, crackling fireplace, complete with 4 seconds of bastard advert. Excuse my language, I don't know what's the matter with me. There you are. So yeah, alchemy stuff is definitely flat earthy anyway. Right, let's have a look what's inside you. I don't think you've got a brain, not unless you actually go and look for it, or any intestines or anything at all, unless you actually go looking for it, and then it like sort of renders. So's the nature of reality. Check out Lady Di. She was a looker, wasn't she? Forever in our hearts. We loved her so much that we made this lifelike image of her. What's this diamond thing here? It looks like Liberace. There she is. This is a worse one. In loving memory of Lady Di. When she died in 1997. Oh, I remember that. I remember it well. Such a happy time. I mean, sad time. Shit. I went to work, missed it all. Look at this. Yeah. These two are really popular these days. The, famous bands or something. Fan art of the day. And you can see Lady Di in the background. And that captain's son, who's a prince. And that woman who didn't she work on OnlyFans or sleep with dirty old men or something, and then became a royal? Something like that. Anyway. Right, let's have a look at Brussels. 1695. Oh my shit. Look at Brussels in 1695. It's got a massive staff hall. And it's full of antiquities stuff. Look at that for a city. So obviously my pictures are not showing up on the little screen thing. So what is the point in actually having that, I wonder? Why would they do that? Are they that stupid? StreamYard. So here is like literally he's kept rock and roll alive. Yeah, they'd be dead without him. Yeah, Oasis's tours come to an end. Yeah, so he was on Liam Gallagher, who's high-end intellectual. Made it as the most famous frontman of any band in Britain. Finished the Oasis lyric, maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. Maybe I don't really want to know. Or maybe I just don't believe. Or maybe she'll come dancing with me. Do you know the answer, Liam? No. Of course you don't. Because you're spingly spankly. I don't know what to say about that. So, if you were a telephonist in the past, like these two ladies, would you listen in to private conversations? Of course you would. You're spying for the man. They're all spies. Yeah, and they were. They were. So, again, Liam, the sun. Shininess. Don't shine. Shines bright round our way. And will shine on you again. Okay. Can't be bothered with you, Liam. Stupid. Right, some ladies in London sunbathing on the top of a roof looking over the River Thames. Nailed it. I'm not sure what all these stones are, though, or exactly where they are. But they're high up. Maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. Ah, the milkman used to be brilliant. The milkman. Look at this. He's bringing around cream, butter, eggs, and milk and everything. Have a little chat to the lady. God, now in the modern day, what you've got, fucking don't even want to go into it. And the classes used to mingle. Yeah, the upper class and the lower class used to mingle. Like, never, ever happened. They don't like us. We'll make the effort when we're dropping off their food or delivering them stuff, or when they usually take from what you call the masses, which is everything. Here's Covent Garden, fruit and stuff in for London people. Whole that building's green tile. I love green tile builds, and I seen one in London last month. Whole building, green tile, beautiful. So yeah, shoe shining's good. When I was young, I thought about doing some shoe shining outside Cardiff Central Station. Just really like shiny shoes, and I thought I would make people happy by making their shoes shiny, but I thought it was like, I didn't do it anyway. Still a good idea though. Ooh, licking ice cream. See, I used to go to Mr. Softy, get your ice cream, yeah, and then it would drop on the floor, and then you would cry, and then you go back to Mr. Softy, and you go, oh, you have another one. My ice cream man was so nice. Everything was so nice. Again, I feel like crying. I'm sure some aspects of reality, people are still okay. And it's just, I spend a lot of time traveling. I meet many thousands of people every year. The only time I meet anyone that's any cool or is cool is anytime I go to the Flat Earth meetings, meetups, or some of the conventions that I do. The people that go to them. It's the only time. Rest of the year, I mean, Monday, I got no one to talk to. It's Phil. Crap. Look at this. This theatre is unfair to strip dancers. Oh, he's pro strip dance. I thought he was moaning about him. This theatre is unfair. Are they taking advantage of strippers? So, surely not. Here's some more out of the Bhagavad Gita. They're masters. They had unbelievable weapons. So here is Children in Need back in the day. You can see it says, I think it says Bilderberg maybe in the background, but here is a prince. Not sure if it's Edward. I'm not sure who that is exactly. With Jimmy, and he done Children in Need every year. The BBC, who are on for license fees and threatening everybody, even when they haven't watched telly for 20 fucking years, and covered all this up in the past, and now fucking literally did a fake video of the president of the United States of America, and then they tried to suckle and get out of it, and Donald told them to go get fucked. Give me money. He's breaking them. Brilliant. Buy him out, Donald. So here is Paul Gadd. You may know him as Gary Glitter, also doing Children in Need. Well done, BBC. Yay. Paul Gambaccini. I noticed as well this morning, I seen a video come across my screen of Tony Blackburn. No dirt has ever come out about Tony Blackburn. Maybe he's still a virgin. I don't know what's going on with Tony Blackburn, but he's on Radio 2. Magnets. What if these were magnets? Have you ever seen the propagation of a magnet through iron filings? Yeah? Does it resemble that? Yes, it does. Isn't it curious? In the center of Barcelona or Rio de Janeiro, or in this case, Paris, London even's got them, you get the Arc de Triomphe in the center and all the roads lead to it. And they look exactly like magnetic propagation, don't they? Yeah, they do. Because it could be that. This could be, they put it on the nodal points. This amplified that energy in the past, or even still, and then it went magnetically down all the streets. Part of the circuit board city network. Yeah? Makes perfect sense. It literally looks like magnetic propagation. Amazing. So, this is where we are now, guys, yeah? Is everyone, or people, they can't afford one of these, but their dream is to own their own little home. And what they will get is this shitbox little new build. Yeah? Thin, skinny little fucking walls. Horrible. Yeah? No homely feeling to it whatsoever. And what they give you as well, for you and your family, is they give you a little partition of garden. Everyone gets their own little partition of garden. Yeah? You get your own. So the reasoning is is so you don't have to talk to your neighbours and you keep the fuck away from them and keep yourself private. Now, when I was growing up, right, in Parker Place, we had none of these. And we had a gully at the back. You can see a gully there. We had a gully going at the backs of all of the houses. All of the back gardens were interconnected. And you know what we used to do, guys? Is everybody had like a field. We had a bonfire. We had everything, you know. We shared. It was like a park for us. We had speakers out there, everywhere, guys. We shared our community when I was a kid. Now, we got these. Keep everyone fucking separate. Another mess. That's what they're doing to us, guys. They're keeping us away from one another. Oh, don't worry, Britain. We're sorted. We got an army that can save. Shit. No, I don't think we actually have. I don't think they're going to actually want to hurt anyone. They're actually sissies. And, you know, what are they going to do in the trenches? Brush one another's hair. Exchange knitting fucking patterns. These are a strange bunch, but this is what LSD will do. B-52s were so in the Illuminati, it's I have to even imagine. Their stuff is so encoded, hermetically encoded, a lot of their video, especially Rome, if you want to, Rome around the world. Fantastic band, and I get a specific feeling when I listen to the music of B-52s. I really do love them, but oh my God, talking about Tavistock's little golden children. Jesus. Rainbow. Friday, I'm going to jump in a hot tub with Jane. She's got a bathing suit on. Do you think this is correct for children's television, Zippy? Well, if I say anything I shouldn't, Jeffrey, you can zip my mouth up. Oh, I'm going in. Rainbow was a bit sinister for a children's television program, especially when you get Rod, Jane, and Freddie in the hot tub together. Yeah, and Jeffrey and Zippy. And if Zippy says too much, right? Zippy's mouth up. That's not right as well. You know. The good old days. Dad's doorstep challenge. See if you're whiter than white. Yeah. We used to play pigeon toss, which is what the kids are doing. Yeah. So you get some coins, chuck them against the wall. Whoever's closest to the wall wins. It's gambling. You win money, and it is a really good skill as well. Like throw it up in the air and get it to land right on the wall. I was badass at pigeon toss. I gotta be honest. I was good. I'm not bragging, but I was good. But I'm a brilliant snooker player, pool player. Yep. So the aliens are coming, and they're going to drop off a new Jesus in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And it's all happened before. Here's Mary. You can see here with a UFO in the background. Oh, nothing new is under the sun. It's all coming back. And then when they come here and say, take me to your dealer and where are the titties, we'll say, welcome, Earthling. We are giving you a victory V. And we offer the aliens, forged for strength, a victory V. And when the victory V hits, okay, it will be our victory because they will run away back to Mars or wherever they come from. So hands up who can remember PE or games. I did one or two of these in my years of school. I didn't want to do it much because it was really weird to me. But they used to make us go up these ropes. I actually went to the top a couple of times. Hands up who remembers people falling off the ropes and dying, breaking legs and stuff. Anybody? The Antichrist is coming back December the 3rd. Woohoo! He's going to get his head kicked in, bro. He's going to get his fucking head kicked in. Tell me where he lives. Plain spoke. Woo, Jane. Let's go and beat up the Antichrist. I want to be the man who beats up the Antichrist. Okay. This is what they did to us in school. So we're in nursery, right? Teacher come in, yeah, and be like, everybody lay down and go asleep. And I used to think to myself, fucking hell, I've been asleep all night. I'm wide awake. I want to do shit. Yeah, I want to play football. I want to do stuff. But they used to make you lay down and pretend to go to sleep. Every single fucking day, the same routine of pretending to be asleep. And I would lay there and, you know, there'd be another kid opposite you and their eyes would be wide open as well, where they weren't asleep either. Why? So crazy fucking narcissistic teacher can have a time off. Saturday, let's see if we can get rich. Cardiff City are playing Queen's Park Rangers. I'm definitely going to put a draw down. These are the Littlewoods pools. So what you did, you bet on the football teams, draws and wins, etc. If you had 8 wins, I think it was, you won a ton of money. And loads of poor people actually got rich on the Littlewoods pools. But I think they were probably chosen, like the lottery. Opal fruit made to make your mouth water. These were fantastic. They took them off the market because British people were happy with them. Or, let me tell you another thing as well. I'm not being negative here, guys, okay? But all of the lovely things that we had as British people in the past, yeah, they took away from us, yeah? Like golden cups or Texan chocolate bars, yeah? And open mints made to make your mouth water. The mystery of Beavis and Butthead and the missing hand. My, they're mighty good-looking young men, aren't they? Shocking hairdo, but there you go. So there they are. They got 1, 2 hands. Okay, that all seems normal, but they've got another hand on their shoulder with strange rings on it. Beavis and Butthead. What's you reckon on that then? It's a bit weird, isn't it? The AC/DC looks added as well, and the Metallica. But yeah, they're the original Beavis and Butthead. Whoa! So, Krishna, right, he's got like a big bird, like a banshee bird that carries a big fuck off stone. And then when you drop it from high up, like the rod from God, it causes a literally atomic blast and kills all Arjuna's army. So there's that. That's my images of the day. So yeah, God, life's strange. Just don't know what to make of any of it anymore. Like I said, I used to be weird. The dudes on the left had 6 fingers. Well, maybe they were sat on somebody's lap or something, Matt. I don't even know what to make of it. It's weird. Loved Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, it was fucking... No shit, it was funny as fuck. Okay. So, yeah, they may be mildly cruel. But golf, you've got to learn somewhere. And if it all goes Pete-tong, don't even worry about it. Because life may be scripted. I'm wondering, I don't think I would be manifesting any of this bollocks. So I don't think manifestation is real. You know, my personal manifestation, really. Because there's loads of things that should have shown up by now that I've been like thinking about that I want or need. And they haven't shown up. So I'm like, this manifestation thing, it's like not happening. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, this is a great game. Have you played this? Golf. Yeah, there's golf. Naughty Jail. Okay. The First Paparazzi. And Lassie Gets Even. I love it. Oh, that was cruel, making us go through Lassie as a kid. I was all right. And all day long, I hadn't cried. Lassie. Oh, there's Mel in Woollerton Hall. I think that's been burnt down lately. Oh, Woollerton Hall pictures. Is that all there are there? Yeah. Oh. Right, let's have a look at Use the Messiah. He walks on water. Just getting these turds out of the pool, love. They're not mine. Oh, honestly, he's going out with the Mona Lisa as well. I don't think she was very old, was she? Okay, Trebuchet. Look at this silly woman. I bet a cabbage in the head, full force at that velocity, would fuck you up. If it's a cabbage, hard cabbage. I'm not so sure about a Savoy. They're melons, aren't they? Well, if life gives you melons, you've got dyslexia. Which I have. But I'm a sailor that can't swim. An author with dyslexia. I have overcome in this place all of the obstacles that have been there. So 430 of you there, and I got a couple of people in my other chat. I don't know what to do with that. It doesn't share the screen in the other chat. It's also weird, but I'll link all the other. I can see Morgan's there. Isabel, what's going on? Art McCartney. Should be in the other chat, bro. be able to see the pictures. There's still 100 people in the other chat. What a frigging thing. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on with my stuff today. But anyway, there's been me. Woo! I don't need no man. Okay? You don't, babes. Okay? And anyway, I've looked into, like, you know, relationships and stuff. And what you think women are thinking, they're definitely not thinking. That's what I've worked out. So it's all very, very strange. But yeah, it's tough. It is hard. And we could just get on, isn't it? You know? It'd be great, wouldn't it? Maybe it's the talking that men and women do that confuses things. If it just stayed sex, yeah, then they'll probably be okay. It's when you start talking after it all goes to shit. I'm only joking. Not really. Avidas, can you please speak on 6,000 year calendar difference? Well, I can, Avidas, but it'll have to be in the near future. I think I'm all done for this day, and it's coming up to 11 o'clock, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. I've been talking for way over 3 hours. So there's Funky Prepper in his chat, who is Hippie Shake. Get over to Funky Prepper, and he's getting things prepared for when shit go down, which is going to inevitably do. All the governments are going to fall. Once Britain falls, all of the others will topple soon after. That's what will happen. It's going to be brilliant. I'm super excited. Oh, don't worry, only bad people will be killed. Women need to talk. Yes, they do. And to be honest with you, if you know me, most, if not all of my friends are females, because I'm more comfortable around them, and I find the conversation much better as well. But my friends are super smart, so there's that. So Stone, I drive a stone car on my dinosaur dog. I need to walk. Okay. I'm going to rewatch this, which, well, make sure to watch it on this one. And if I delete that one, I'm going to lose 1,000 views of this, which I need to be on this video. Thanks, StreamYard. Right, what's happening? Thanks, Mr. Skinflint. I'm glad you enjoyed. It's not easy going on 4 hours of a live thing, you know. Jam. Zigzag. Hello. What's that, Lacey? I'm not a very good female, then. I'm sure you're a very, very good female. We're all doing the best we can in this place. Like I say, relationships are never easy. We do that. We do our best and we work at them, but there's no, you know, you don't get an instruction book, and everything's hard, especially with things to do with emotion and love. It makes everything well weighty. Haven't you noticed? Because if anything goes wrong, you're upset to shit. We are the last bastion, and we win. I reckon we are the last bastion. I can't find anything in the real world left on the internet. Go through Facebook, everything's shit. All images are AI. Everyone's talking bollocks. No, I'm right-handed, Jason, but I'm left-footed. My mother was a left hooker. My mother was left-handed. No, not me. But I do play football with my left foot. It's my sloggering foot, my kicking foot. Let's go reset. Sounds first. Matt, I'm down with that. Fuck yeah. Flatazuma. I hope I can still watch Martin after shit goes down. Listen. Marcia, after shit goes down, or we'll carry on going, only without the crazy people making our lives a misery. So, number one in Britain is council tax. That's torturing every fucking party. And other problems of losing our culture and our heritage. That's a biggie. That's upsetting people profoundly. That is. It's really bad, but it's because it's all bollocks anyway, and everyone thinking that that's what they'll do. They'll get all the world governments will collapse, and they will just negate borders. That's what will happen. There'll be one big corporation and no more borders and countries. That's what will happen. Thanks, vibes. Thank you Prepper, Dragon Sage. I'm 55 and mostly single. Oh, mostly single. What's that mean? You've got a booty call. What's that mean? Mostly single. That's none of my business, but I'm intrigued. Thanks, no thank you. Okay. But you know, truthers and people like us, guys, we're inevitably going to be a lot of the time on our own. That's it. As sad as it is, even if you don't want to be, you're going to be. I've been on my own since I was a kid. You know, I used to feed myself everything. From really early on, I was a latchkey kid. So, and I've always looked after myself. And I never needed anybody to do anything for me. So there's that. Thank you. Hi, Barbara. I'm glad to see, Barbara, you have taken a picture together. When you came to Santa Barbara, the voice relaxes me. Yeah, that was a good little meetup, that Santa Barbara one. And I have got some photographs of that as well. Violet, big love to you. Alva Billy, my bro. I've been single 12 years. This is the most freezing I've ever had, ever felt in these 69 years. I was in a relationship until she died for 27 years. I was with a one woman for 27 years. So she died. So that is like 3 decades, actually. Long time. All right, thanks, bro. Yeah, share this out, guys. If it's even shareable, I'm sure you. Ooh, why not consider supporting Martin's channel by tipping him or donating him? Because it's a free channel. And notice I haven't put a paywall or anything on my content because I wouldn't. Thanks for spending time with us. Well, it's my absolute pleasure, mate. And I will be back in a day or two. Keep an eye on my community page. There is some stuff happening next year. I will give you a rundown. I'm going to do something special coming up to Crimbo time. But I definitely do want to get a place to have a big Flat Earth British meetup. Get hundreds and hundreds of us together in the spring when the weather breaks. So when I get funds, I'll work on doing that. And hopefully, you know, get somewhere that, you know, it's like free. Just hundreds turn up, $5 or something, just pay for the DJ. But something like for us. That's what I want to do this year. Big. Hundreds and hundreds of people. That's what I want to do. What's that, Epi Babe? Be fitting for dentures after all. Ooh. This day and age, they goes to Turkey and has turkey teeth. Thousands, and they just bang them in, and they all got these really white Ryland shinies. Fucking hell. Bit too shiny. Bit like Colgate advert. Little pink of light. Ping. Oh, let them all carry on, Rusty. As long as they're happy, they can go moan at Green and Common. If it was there. But, you know, stop the blasphemous pictures. Stop telling me what to do. I'm sure if Jesus, right, wants me to be true to myself, okay? And I am a believer, and I think that Jesus would definitely have a sense of humor. If you think Jesus is like this evil, horrible person that doesn't think things are funny, then why do you believe in it? I want to believe in a happy, loving Jesus who likes a bit of a giggle. Is that okay? People get so upset about absolutely, don't even give it any thought, do they? Just instantly to the negative, to the bad. Lassie from Baywatch. I don't think Lassie was in Baywatch, James. I think that was Pamela. And Manny's channel, who is Truth Seeker. Thank you for being here, Manny. Python style animation, indeed. I got loads of them. I could share for hours, but like literally, my back is literally gone now, so I have to go. Ones and O's. You got identical channels running live. I know. How fucking annoying. And do you know what'll happen? If I delete that other one, it's going to delete this one. Because I tried it already tonight. And I will lose this entire video. So I'm going to have to just leave it up. I'm sure people are just dodgy. Not fair. If I could write a letter to these people. Yeah, Krishna got some badass weaponry. Yeah, man. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Good fun, wasn't they? What's your name? Percy Angel. Persian Angel. Ooh. Isn't it? Okay. I gotta go, guys. I need stuff. Okay, thanks for being here. It's 400 in that chat. Still 500 of you watching. Make sure to share this out. Sorry about the double streams. That StreamYard. It's really weird, and I've had a right piss around tonight just to get live. Trying to make me go away. Yeah, 90s MTV is back. All right. Pump up the jam, pump it up. Remember when that came out? Groove is in the heart. And Groove is in the heart. That was like 40 years ago now or something. Crazy, isn't it? Where's the time gone? Thanks, Marianne. Oh, cabanas, coconut. Oh, I fucking love a cabana. I'd have a cabana now. I got Kit Kats out there. I quite like Kit Kats. They taste the same. They haven't changed. Take a break. Take a Kit Kat. That's what I say. Sorry with all the adverts, but, you know, brainwashing. Adverts are brainwashing. That's why at my age, I'm still repeating them. Okay, make sure to share this out. Thank you. Like this video if you did for the effort. Subscribe to this channel if you do. And thanks, Hippie, for sharing all of them. Leaf Cat, waving to you too. Thank you. Hopefully catch up again next year. There's going to be stuff happening. Bounty. What? Has a hazelnut in every bite? Squirrel shit. Pure milk chocolate for your delight. Squirrel shit. Coconut boost. I love coconut. Yeah. Oh, coconut boosts. Oh, Marianne. Fucking hell. Scraping my Brian now. Oh, yeah. Love the boost. They were chewy. Chewy. My daughter wants to take me to a tiki bar. Ooh. I don't exactly know what a tiki bar is. My head goes straight to knock-in shop. My mother wants to take me to a tiki bar for my birthday Friday. I do love a good Mai Tai. I don't know, is that a position? Haha, so good. I don't know anything about that, Lacey. I don't know what a tiki bar is. It's something to do with the con tiki. Super Moose, Bob's saying. Something to do with Super Moose. Oh, outdoor bar. Yeah. Oh, no, I live in Britain. It's too fucking cold to do anything outdoors. Okay, then. Clay Pigeon, Lacey, Bob, Vibes, all you gang, Alva Billy, everyone who's there, Pamela. Hope you enjoyed yourselves tonight. And thank you for spending your time with me on a Saturday night. Marticus live from Wales. That was fun, except for the weirdness with the StreamYard. If anyone knows what's going on, Enoch is usual somewhere. Well, have you heard of the Enochian Revolution? It was nothing to do with Enoch. It was the eunuchs. They got pissed because they had their chopped off. So they had a little revolution. The Enochian Revolution. The Enochs, the Enochs, the eunuchs. It's going to happen again. I think you understood. Maybe Martin's got cloned. Yes, Mark, I 100% definitely have. I love Bounty. I know, but they did it really, really well. The consciousness they downloaded into this avatar is exactly the same consciousness as the one we went before. Brilliant. So, like, seemingly, you just don't even know. Anyway, run along. I got to go. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your love. And I will be back very soon. Boom Shankar. May the seed of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your woman. And all good things.